Make sure you eat plenty. Children do 60 minutes activity daily. Drink some water when you feel thirsty. Cut down dessert and have a smoothie. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Jamaica Moves.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
4 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. We are alive and well, and for that, we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, those of you joining us on your radio, in the car, at home, at work, in your business place, wherever you are listening to us on the 90 FM band, good morning to you. We appreciate your company on that platform. If you're listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live. On YouTube, you can join us at Nationwide 90 FM Live to see the action live in studio. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Click the subscribe button. It's free, simple, and easy. And also click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live or whenever we post a video. And we go live for most of our shows. All right. So I'm seeing already in the YouTube chat, David Nebar, good morning to you. Shine Atkinson, good morning. Heather Crandon, good morning to you. Juliet Sanchez is there as well. Good morning to you. Donna Johnson is there. Good morning, Donna. Albert Morgan, good morning to you. Let me see who else is there. Shin's Law Boss, good morning to you as well. Jennifer Phillips, Rider 40, Lily White, and all the others over there on YouTube. Good morning to you. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you, and those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you. Thank you for making it Nationwide 90 FM. I'm also live over there on TikTok. Nora GB is the name, NORAGEEBEE. All right, good morning to the TikTok peeps over there. Okay, this morning we will be taking your calls, but before we do that, we will be highlighting something that I'm hearing about for the first time, maybe because it's only been on, this will be its second staging, the Utility Customer Service Distinction Award. And we know that utility providers are usually under a lot of criticism, and they are criticized for their service most times because it's bad, and they come under a lot of fire for lack of supply in whichever area or disruption in supply. But there are many workers within the utilities, working with our utilities providers, who offer great customer service. And from time to time, you will hear the calls here, persons thanking someone from NWC or JPS or Flow or Digicel who really went above and beyond to assist them, who offered great customer service to them. And so the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities, the CACU, wants to recognize such persons, and they're going to do that through its second annual Utility Customer Service Distinction Awards. And of course, we want to hear more about that, so we're going to be joined now by the co-chair of the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities, Mr. Gilroy Graham. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Nora, and good morning to your listeners and viewers. I'm very happy to be here this morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, before I jump into the awards, the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities, tell me a little bit about that committee, when it was established, and what exactly is your role?
Certainly. So the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities was established in 2004. And this committee came about, it's an arm of the OUR, and as I'm certain you and your listeners and viewers are aware, there have been quite a bit of discussion around this in recent time, that the OUR is not advocacy organization, do not advocate on behalf of consumers. And so it was felt that there was a need to have a body who could interface between consumers and the OUR to be able to provide the OUR with guidance, sort of keeping their fingers on the pulse of the consumers. And so this committee was established. And some of the things that the committee do is that we basically advise the OUR and consumer priorities in relation to quality of service that is provided by the utility service providers. We provide feedback on opinions and recommendations as appropriate to the OUR, and we start to act as a gauge, for public opinion and advise the OUR on issues that impact on the OUR's relationship with the public. And in addition to that, we whenever the OUR is looking at any adjustment in rates or changes in regulations, we start to act as a sounding board for the OUR, in that we would review those documents and provide them with feedback.
I see. And this feedback that you provide, I guess you are there on behalf of the consumers, are you?
Yes, on behalf of the consumers. And so I should mention that our membership is basically drawn from consumer groups.
I see.
The business sector, the Consumer Affairs Commission, and the general public.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know such a body existed, but it's good to know now. And
which is why it was important that we speak about this.
Absolutely.
So that understand that. But as I said, we are just an advisory committee, so we provide the advice, and the OUR.
The ultimate decision is still up to them.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So let's jump into the awards now. The Utility Customer Service Distinction Awards. This is the second staging of this awards. Tell me about why you thought it necessary to establish this awards.
Right. So as you said, Nora, this is the second staging, the second year. The CU is staging the Utility Customer Service Distinction Award. And as you indicated in your intro, utility service providers come under tremendous amount of criticism.
Yes.
Because of the quality of the service. I mean, just recently, after the hurricane, particularly JPS, was under tremendous amount of criticism. But we recognize that there are customer service representatives who, despite all the criticism, rise over and above the call of duty to provide exceptionally good service.
Yes.
And so the CACU wants to recognize and present awards to such persons. It's only one person the award will be presented to.
It's one award.
One award.
I see. Okay.
Right. And what we are hoping, Nora, is that this will motivate other customer service representatives to try and emulate the behavior, provide the kind of service that this person will provide. So what we do is that once a person has been selected, we then would conduct interviews and start to showcase that individual and speak about what that person did to have caused them to have been selected and presented with this award. And we hope that it will be a kind of stimulus to start to bring about the kind of change that we want in the quality of customer service that is being offered.
What is the criteria for nomination?
Right. So what we're looking for is that we want persons who display a positive attitude particularly when they're in a difficult situation. And what we're expecting is that the outcome will be positive for the customer. We are looking for persons who deliver exceptional service. They go over and beyond the call of duty. We are looking for persons who consistently strive to eliminate barriers. We don't want persons who we can't do it because of this, or this cannot happen because of that. No, there will always be barriers, but we want persons who would be creative and finding ways and means of how they can work around those, of course, within the rules and regulations of the organization.
Yes.
We want persons who would act as role model to co-workers and to the community, and persons who command respect and admiration from their colleagues and their customers alike.
Yes. We're going to take a break. We're up on the break. When we come back, I just want to get from you, if nominations are still open, when will they close? When will the award ceremony be held? And for persons who are interested in nominating someone, how can they go about doing that after the break?
Are you ready for a patio makeover you can afford? Then come to Paradise Patio Furniture and Grills in Montego Bay. We now offer a new line of beautiful, truly affordable furniture that will make your outdoor space look amazing. And you won't find it anywhere else at these prices. Get that high-end look that is sure to impress. Easy in-store financing and island-wide delivery options too at Paradise Patio Furniture and Grills, Winter Village Mall, Montego Bay, and ParadisePatioJamaica.com.
We a big deal when we touch ground. Yeah, I can see when we're pulling up. Anything for the taste what we love. Barbecue, spicy and original, flavorful, crispy, irresistible. 3-piece with the fries and a Pepsi. Go get your one big deal, stop stress me. All when we dip on the toilet, no left foot. It's a big deal. Anything for the taste of a juicy, crunchy, irresistible KFC, big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries and Pepsi. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Easy Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today. Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We are going to take your calls this morning, but before we do that, we're talking about the Utility Customer Service Distinction Award, and that award is handed out by the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities. We're speaking with the co-chair of that committee, Mr. Gilroy Graham. We spoke earlier about the committee and what exactly their role is, and we've been talking about the award. You gave us just now the criteria for nomination. Mr. Graham, are nominations still open, and how can interested persons nominate someone who they think would be fit for the award?
Sure. So the nominations were open on October 1st, and nominations will be closed on October 30, 2024. Now, any employee, colleague, or service manager from any of the associates from any of the four major utilities can nominate customer service representatives. And so let me just list those four utilities, which are JPS, National Water Commission, Flow, and Digicel. And so any employee or associate can nominate. Any consumer or customer can also nominate customer service representative who they believe had provided exceptionally good service to them. The way you go about doing a nomination is that the nomination forms can be found on the OUR website. And if you go to the website, on the home page, there is a flyer on the CSCU Annual Utility Customer Service Distinction Award. If you click on that flyer, it will then take you to a page. At the bottom of that page, you will see a link for the nomination form. Yes. And we ask that you fill out that form and submit the information. One of the things I want to emphasize, Nora, is that in providing the information for the nominee, we are asking that the persons who are submitting it, that they provide some specific examples. In other words, we don't just want persons to be saying, oh, this person was very good, this person went over and they're on the call of duty. We want to hear specific examples, what it is that person did. Once the form has been completed, it has to be signed off by the customer relations or service manager, communication manager for the utility service provider. We will accept a maximum of 3 nominations per utility company.
Before you continue, Mr. Graham. You're saying that the customer service head at this utility company must sign off on the nomination.
That's correct.
Is it that when persons submit their nomination form, is it that you send it to the companies for them to approve?
Right. So 2 things. In the case of those that are done from within the companies, then we would ask that
they authorize.
Right, they authorize it. But if it is a customer who does it, then they would submit it, and then we would have to get someone from within the company, the customer relations or service manager, to sign off.
Okay,
and I will tell you why.
People will nominate them friend, Mr. Let me say it for you. Let me say it for you.
Well, that is one. But there are some other things that we look at. One, the person must have been employed to the company for a minimum of 1 year.
Okay.
Right. We also, the person should not have received any disciplinary action over the past year. In other words, we don't want persons who had to have been disciplined and then we are being rewarding those persons.
I see.
So we need one of the managers from within the company to be able to sign off. And also, I must stress that the persons who are eligible have to be below the level of vice president or any senior manager within the company.
Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. When you go to the OUR's website, especially if you are a customer at any of these utility companies and you've experienced good customer service from one of the reps and you want to nominate them for this customer service distinction award, as Mr. Graham said, when you go to the OUR's website, the flyer is right there in your face. When you click it, it will lead you to another page. If you scroll just a little bit down, you will see the 2024 Utility Customer Service Distinction Award is here. Right below that, there's a link, https://bit.ly, and you will see the rest of it there. Once you hover over the link, you'll see it highlighted. Click it and it leads you directly to the form, and the form is pretty simple. There, I was just going through it just now, just filling out the sections there and going through, and it's pretty easy. So if you want to nominate someone, I really encourage you to do that, because I don't think we highlight enough in Jamaica good customer service. So I really want to applaud the CACU for this, and just to let us know when the award ceremony will be, what time and where.
Sure. Right. So just to add, Nora, once that form has been submitted, whoever submits the form will get a confirmation that we have received the form.
Good.
Now, once we have received all the nominations and the nominations has been closed, there is a panel of judges, which is comprised of two of the CACU, the co-chairs for this committee, the CEO at the Consumer Affairs Commission, and the Director of Consumer and Public Affairs at the Office of Utilities Regulation. Those are the persons who make up the panel of judges. We will go through the nomination form and we will select one person to be awarded. The award will be presented at the OUR's Quality of Service Symposium, which will be held on Tuesday, November 6, 2024. And at that symposium, we will present all of the nominees and the person who would have been awarded. The person who would have been awarded the distinction award will receive a plaque and a non-cash prize.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So nominations are open. They opened on October 1 and will close on October 30. You still have some time to nominate someone who has good customer service, who has given you a good customer service experience within the utility companies as well. I'm encouraging the managers and supervisors to nominate persons from the company for this award. Indeed. And last year, which was the first staging, who was the winner? From which utility company did that person come?
So last year, the winner was from the National Water Commission. The winner was Delano Williams and team. And the persons who nominated them spoke about a problem that they had at a complex, if I can recall, some water problem, and it was a major problem, and there was a lot of following up that was done, which is a very important thing, Nora. Sometimes you report a problem, and the customer service rep takes down the information and said, okay, we'll deal with it. We know that the customer service rep is not the person who actually goes out and deal with the problem. They will have to depend on a team that will go out and do it. But if there is no follow-up, the problem may not be resolved or not completely resolved. In this case, there was a lot of following up that was done. I mean, Mr. Williams and his team went really over and beyond the call of duty to ensure that this customer was totally satisfied.
Amazing. So shout outs to Delana Williams. Is that the same Delana Williams who is now acting public relations manager?
Same Delana Williams.
And I would say that is a very, very, very valid award for Mr. Williams, because he is quite responsive. We have to call on him a lot here based on the nature of this program. We do get a lot of calls for the NWC, and Mr. Williams is always ready to assist where he can, and he will put us on to someone who can assist if he can't directly assist. So congratulations. His reign is almost up. But congratulations. I'm just hearing about it, and we look forward to hearing who the next awardee will be. Thank you so much, Mr. Graham Gilroy. Graham, for joining us.
Welcome, and thanks for having me.
And all the best to you and the committee for the awards this year. Yeah, man. All right. That was a co-chair of the Consumer Advisory Committee on Utilities, the CACU. He is Mr. Gilroy Graham, talking to us there about the annual Utility Customer Service Distinction Award. We take a break. When we come back, we will open the phone lines and take your calls.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
This Christmas, let's bring back the spirit of giving, changing lives where it matters most. 'Tis the season to give back to those in need, with over 1,000 vibrant colors. Magically help to transform somebody's space or your special place with EdgeChem Color Glow Plus amazing colors, available in flat, no sheen or gloss. Visit any of our 24 EdgeChem retail stores and other distributors island-wide, or download our EdgeChem Color app. Select your favorite color and let's bring back the spirit of Christmas. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
This is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Ministry of Health and Wellness wishes to advise awardees of the Dr. Barrington Waite Memorial Scholarship Program that the deadline to complete their bonding agreement has been extended to Friday, October 18, 2024. Awardees who face challenges with meeting the requirements of their bonding agreement are encouraged to call the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service at 876-922-8600 or visit the office at 30 National Hero Circle, Kingston 4. They can also send an email to collet.mcausland@mof.gov.jm. That was a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. All right. Good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and we're taking your calls now. The numbers to call, 876-630-9371 to 4. That's 876-630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, or 630-9374. You can also try our Digicel line. It's 618-8255. We got Ashley on the phone lines. Good morning to you, Ashley.
Hi, good morning. I am calling from St. James. To be exact, Edenvale, St. James. I have been having an ongoing issue with JPS for the past 30 days now. low voltage and the damaged wire. I made a complaint to them on the 5th of September, and ever since then, I've been constantly calling their lines every single day, trying to get someone out to come and take a look at the issue. There was a team that came out. They said that some bushing needed to be done. They did the bushing. But in addition to that, they said that they're not the team that can handle the issue. Another team would have to come out to run new wires and also take a look at the transformer, which they would require the bucket truck to come and do that.
Right.
I waited one additional day, just to await that team to submit their report and get that team out. No one came. I called back the second day, and when I asked if there was anyone who made a report, the representative told me no. They're not seeing where any team came out. The report is still showing awaiting assignment, right? So I told the team that, hey, someone came, this was what happened, and they said a bucket truck needs to come out. They said, okay. Up till now, nothing. I went on their website, because they said that I don't have to call in. I can go on their website and make the complaint there. I did that last week, Thursday. They made an update on the website that there was a team that was on site. I have been home since the 5th of September, awaiting the birth of my child. My child is here. So what I try to do is to ensure that I'm on the road every day, trying to see if there is anyone coming. I was on the road this Thursday. When they said that someone was on site, no one came. The report changed from being on site to awaiting restoration. This morning when I checked, it's still saying awaiting restoration. I called JPS yesterday. They keep telling me that they're not sure what's happening. They're going to escalate the issue. It's terrible. I have to be watching my child constantly, a newborn baby.
Exactly, because the heat.
Right now, so that's what I'm going to touch on. Right now, my child is full of heat rash. Face to feet, back and front. Mosquito bite. I went through a lot just to have him at the hospital, and to come home now to be enduring all of this. I have been trying to get to JPS before the birth of my child just to get this issue fixed.
Yeah.
And it's still not resolved. I can't plug in any fridge.
And
I can't plug in any appliances at my home because low voltage is a thing where it's good now, and then the next minute you see it drop suddenly.
And that may cause, and that's dangerous, and it could cause a fire as well. So we don't want that. All right, so we're gonna call out to JPS because there are several issues here, and the one that is irritating me the most is that point of where you made the report online, and without anybody coming, the status of the report changed to a team is on location. This is not the first time we're hearing this. Persons have been making complaints through the JPS app, and the cases are being closed while the issues still exist. And I've spoken to Ruth Lynn about this issue, and I've told them to check on that because it's giving them an inaccurate representation of the work being done.
That's correct.
You cannot have people reporting issues online through your app, through your website, and they're closing out themselves. The status of the reports are changing to team is on location when there's nobody there and the people them still have low voltage or no light. It cannot be. Now, JPS, this issue has been reported to you over a month ago. You sent a team, they saw that the issue required bushing. The bushing was done. The team said, we can't fix the issue because the bucket truck is required to change some wires to look at the transformer. Sure. That team should have gone back, reported what they saw, and so that JPS could schedule another team to come and finish the job. Now, this lady here, Ashley, has gone through all the proper channels. She called, she reported, she followed up, called again, reported through a different medium, and followed up. How is it that JPS you are going to say on your website that a team was sent and say no that they're awaiting restoration when the low voltage issue still exists? Restoration to what? Ashley, stay on the line. JPS, this issue will be brought to your attention. It is in St. James in Eden Valley. Eden Vale, right, Ashley? Did we lose Ashley? Oh, no. Ashley,
No,
okay, it's Eden Vale?
Vale, yes.
Okay, Eden Vale. So stay on the line and give Michelle your information. JPS, we are going to bring this to your attention.
Thank you.
All right. Stay on the line, Ashley, and speak to Michelle. Now, JPS. As soon as we have Ruthlin on the line, I hope I remember, and YouTubers, if I don't remember, please remind me to talk to Ruthlin or whoever comes about the issue of their website and their app closing out reports when the issues still exist. While it's technology, and I can agree that these things glitch, you can't tell Jamaican people that, because remember, JPS, you're not in Jamaican people good book. I won't say what they're thinking, but you can just imagine what people are thinking when they report things. Nobody comes to fix it, and when they look on the app that they reported it on, it said the case is closed and the light is back. Just imagine what people would be thinking. JPS, you need to do better where these situations are concerned. William, good morning.
Good morning, Miss B.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, not bad, giving God thanks.
Good.
The gentleman you were speaking to from the arm of the consumer, not consumer from OUR?
Yes.
I think it's the first I heard about that section.
Me too.
But I heard him say Mr. Delano was the last year winner.
Yes.
Well, I won't say surprised still, but remember long, about 2 to 3 times I speak to pertain to Mr. Delano problem we have, billing.
Mm-hmm.
So till now that gentleman don't call me or get in touch with me.
Okay.
And it's more than one case me put to him. And up till now. But anyhow, me have a letter here me write to bring to the manager of the Portman office, so me not have to worry down that lane with him.
Okay.
But you see, one of my concern, Miss B, all of these agency and body was set up.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking why it cannot be a body set up to protect the consumer, where we can go to when we have serious problem to this agency or this arm or whatever and say, well, this is my case. I talk to the Water Commissioner JPS or flow. We're getting no result. We bring the case to you now. We need some help from you.
I mean,
well, we cannot get a office like that.
I mean, remember, William.
Yeah.
It's not like that office doesn't exist, because essentially the OUR is there to oversee the utilities, the regulations that the utilities run under, and ensure that they are following them, and customers have the opportunity to go to the OUR when they are having these issues. So it's not like it don't exist. You need one that works, or they need to be empowered to do more. But it exists. What we have in Jamaica is a lot of these bodies that exist in name and nothing else.
Well, me can tell you, Mr. Biafra, experience. I actually have gone to the OUR more than one time. I called several times. Pertaining to matter. The first thing they ask you to do is to go back to the company who have beat you. And then you go back to them after. And I do that. And when I do that, only thing we can get is a 0-0.
Well, I don't know, William, but as I said before, we this is not like I don't think it makes sense to establish a new body because these things already exist. But what I'm saying is these bodies need to either reevaluate how they do things when it comes to protection for consumers, and if they need more teeth to act,
put in more teeth. That is
right. Then that's a policy decision that needs to be made by the government. But William, we have a lot of callers on the line, so I want to thank you so much for bringing this to our attention, and I hope that your issue with Water Commission is eventually resolved as you send this letter to the Portmore office.
Yeah, man.
All right, take care. Keisha, good morning.
Hi, Nori. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I am good.
Okay, good. First of all, I'm telling you, I was in the hospital a few Saturdays ago, and then I came out the Monday. I had a ward review, and I met a very nice lady that lent her time to me and gave me some assistance. I went back for an appointment, and she was also there. And she lent her time to me. I just want to recognize her. Her name is Miss Princess Ebanks. I think she's from the Jungle area. So I just want to tell her thanks.
Princess Ebanks?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I want to say I'm happy to hear that you're okay now. You're at home now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. And Princess Ebanks, she was just someone who was also at the hospital?
She was also on my ward, but I didn't meet her while I was on the ward. We went in the same Saturday night and we came out the Monday, but I met her when I went to my ward review because she also has ward review on the Virgin, and we both have the same appointment.
I see.
You know,
That's nice. So big up to Princess Ebanks, who assisted Keisha at the hospital when they had their ward review.
From the Jungle community.
From Jungle. Princess from Jungle, Princess Ebanks, big up yourself. And thank you so much, Keisha. We appreciate these kinds of calls, and we have to big up people when they do good, given all the bad that exists in our society. All right, Keisha, take care. And big up once again, Princess Ebanks from Jungle. We take a break. When we come back, we continue taking your calls.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:46.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull out the wrapper and it's soft so till. A so bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A so bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
We can light up your world with the rays of the sun, putting pure energy in the palm of your hand.
For For 20 years, Fosrich has been putting a world of energy in your hands. Now we bring you big savings with our line of solar energy products and LED lighting. Financing now available for all your home and commercial retrofit projects. Consult with our in-house staff or certified professional engineers for all your electrical needs. Fosrich Lifestyle. It's electric. Fosrich, your energy world.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton. We're taking your calls. We have a couple callers on the line. Just before I go to the calls, though, someone is telling me that there's been an outage in Portmore. I'm trying to get the area again since 11 last night. And JPS has not said anything re the outage. JPS, what's happening? And if you could tell me where in Portmore, that would help with the us getting information. And no water where? Portmore Pines got no water. NWC, what's happening there? So JPS, some places in Portmore out of light and no water in Portmore Pines. Let's go NWC. All right, who else do we have on the phone lines? Miss Smith, good morning.
Hey, Nora.
Good.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am blessed, thank God.
Good.
Yes, I am calling two things. You remember I called you some time ago about JPS not connecting my sister-in-law's light.
Yes, and she was the only one on the road. Mm-hmm.
Yes. However, it has been connected since about the 9th of September. I've tried to call you more than once, but couldn't get through. It so happened that it was not only her, but the post office was without light for all those times too. So they had to close up early in the evenings because they had no light.
Okay.
So we thank JPS for that.
Indeed.
But if you know more, the light poles that JPS put in back for the new poles for after the hurricane, Nora, if we had a storm or a heavy wind like the one that passed that Friday night,
yes,
all of those poles are going to come down.
Oh, jeez. Are you saying they're not anchored properly?
Nope, Nora. Right now, before the gate of my sister's, where our daughter is living, we are looking any day for that pole to come down.
Oh, jeez.
And it may come down when a vehicle is passing by.
You see,
or somebody walking past by.
This is
no, Nora, if you should come around here and see the post to them that JPS is everything. I say if we have a strong wind, JPS is in big trouble here in the south.
I mean,
not only in the south.
If you can take pictures, you can send it to us 280-6629. But
say that again for me.
280-6629. So that's 280-6629.
That's what your WhatsApp?
Yeah, WhatsApp. You can send us pictures to that number. But
give me that number again, please.
280-6629. Yeah, man. So,
280-6629.
there you go. Yes.
Okay.
So what? And this was a concern of mine when during the hurricane. Well, soon after when we saw those videos of JPS workers in several areas, I saw them manually digging with hose and pickaxe and so forth, and I was a bit concerned if those holes were going deep enough to hold the poles. I was hoping that, of course, they would know what they're doing, but you're saying no, and this was a concern that I was hoping wouldn't come up because it may take us back exactly where we were right after the hurricane.
It is not in our community or area alone. It's in other places, but I'm telling you, where I am living, all those poles are going to come right back down.
Wow.
They are perched in such a position, Nora. It's dangerous. they are not deep enough. And they plant the poles. You know, normally first time people, when they're planting poles, their wire fence, they would drop stones in it and use a stone to ram, you know, to keep it firm. Nothing like that takes place with JPS. And it's, like I said, because and they were working in night. So they were just rushing through to meet the deadline and not doing the thing properly.
All right, but if you could tell, are you seeing the number? Do you have the number on
this? They don't have a number. All of the posts are not numbered.
Oh, they may be planning to do that soon. But if you can tell us where exactly it is, along which roadway, in which community, then we can bring it to the attention of JPS to see if they can save that one.
Yes. So it's a little critical. It's a community. It's in the Asia area. The community is the Roomstone community, the Manning Field. It's more than one community that they had to do these things. Asia, the stretch of road going into Newport, Lancaster, those places.
Okay, all right.
They have done a poor job. And like I said, if we have a strong wind, JPS is in big trouble again.
All right. So stay on the line just in case JPS reaches out to us and asks for further details on these polls that you're mentioning. Just stay on the line and give Michelle your information so that we can have it to give to JPS in case they want further details from you.
Sure, we'll do that. Thank you, Nora.
Do we have anybody else on the phone lines? Alaric, good morning.
Morning, Nora. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, Alaric. How are you?
Not too shabby either.
All right.
I'm taking Tyrone's word. Nora, I wouldn't mind if you could try and get the minister, Mr. Vaz, on the phone one morning. Mm-hmm. Until now, no line has been erected in my community at Ridge Tapil. They cut off my phone last week, Thursday.
Oh, jeez.
Last week, Wednesday night. Because I didn't pay the bill because I was making a lot of noise. And I went up to floor again for the third time after I reported that our community has no internet service for 14 times. And I was told that I had to pay the bill because I'm on the Yarden Road. So if I don't pay, I won't have even the service to make calls within Jamaica to any network. So I sat there with the young man and I questioned him. And he's telling me that he doesn't know when Rich Tapil is going to get back the lines run back to our house from the poles. Mm-hmm. He has no idea. And what the people in my community and maybe everywhere else in Jamaica will have to continue doing is to pay the bills automatically when they come on our phone because they'll cut it off. So he said, this is exactly what he said to me. Whenever you get back the service, you make that time you can ask for a rebate. So that means, Nora, that if they take 8 months to give us back the service, we'll have to pay the bill every month and then we ask for the rebate.
And you
see, my phone off, you know.
I have a problem. Hold on, before I continue, Alaric, there are network not in your area.
No, they don't have the service. Floor came and gave us this Yarden Road with a whole heap of sweet, pretty things, and they run to almost everybody else have the wire attached and boxes, and them come and them put
so
up
the other one not, because we have to go short.
No.
So the other one is not there. But you see, I have a problem with Flow not being able to tell you when the wires will be reconnected, but asking you to continue to pay a bill month on month, asking you to pay a bill, and they cannot give you any guarantee as to when the internet will be reconnected. I have a major problem with that.
Nora, my neighbor just called me and asked me if me hear anything else. And the guy's telling me that if you don't pay the bill, so me ask him, say me I go take up a modem, them everything control them in here, and say the contract say if you do that you still have to pay for the phone or then give you. And you have to pay the bill. And I don't know when we're going to come back. We're going to come to that area. I beg you get the minister for it. Because it don't make no sense him say, me can't get back my money till this something come back and then me apply for your rebate.
Flow. Ridge, Top Hill, you need to respond to your customers in Ridge, Top Hill as to when they will get back their internet. You have the people on the Yarden Road, you sold them on the Yarden Road. The hurricane affected it, sure. But you can't just tie out the people them indefinitely.
3 months gone.
We have to go now. But thank you so much for calling, Alaric. And Flo, you need to respond to your customers in Ridge, Top Hill, St. Elizabeth. The people them want to know when the internet going come back. You can't just tell them say you don't know and they must keep paying them bill. What if it don't come back till next year, February? That's where we're going to leave it for the Consumer Hour this morning. We're making way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I'll soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suele. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
TFX Jamaica, where your smile is our priority. Call us today to book an appointment at 876-946-0486-7 or visit us at Suite 6, the Village Plaza in Kingston, or Suite 4B, Rum Store Plaza in Morant Bay. The time by TFX is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff says what's on his mind. Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Morning, morning, morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on Cliff Hughes Online. It's a Tuesday morning, Tuesday, October 8th, and there are several issues to chat about this morning, ranging from we're in October now, and the decline in murders continue. Murders down by 18%, unemployment down, and amidst all of that good, positive news that affects us so dearly, we have other news that is not too good. Yes? When you look at what is descending on our friends and families in Florida, when you look at what Hurricane Milton is shaping up to be in Florida, it is heartrending what they're in for. It is so bad that Florida's most experienced meteorologist, in giving the forecast as to what they're in for, live on television overnight, broke down in tears because of his understanding of what the people of Florida, in particular those living on the West Coast, are in for. I know we have quite a few of our YouTubers or listeners or viewers on our YouTube platform at Nationwide 90 FM Live living in Florida, yes, and we're thinking of them this morning, yes. Also this morning, the Observer publishes 2 stories this morning that I want to bring to your attention, because both stories speak to the lives of Jamaicans at the individual level and how miserable life can be, how unjust life can be in this year Jamaica of ours. The Observer leads on its front page with a story headlined The Unwanted Court Forced to Keep 6 mentally disordered inmates in prison after finding no entity or family willing to take them in. Just think of that. 6. Nobody wants them. They are not fit to plead, and therefore the court has to remand them. And then there's another story in the Observer this morning that struck me. Yeah? We don't pay enough attention to these experiences of our fellow Jamaicans. A man, Charles Montague, who was freed by the circuit court in 2017 after spending 3 years behind bars for crimes he did not commit. He has been awarded just over $14 million in damages by a high court judge. And when you read how the court found he was maliciously prosecuted, and his case so poorly investigated, and evidence which proved to be of no material value, and this man lost several years of his life. Not only losing those years, but his loss of reputation and credibility. Frankly, $14 million are not enough. Yeah? I'm going to come back to those in a while. But that is the range of issues we have here this morning. The one that affects us in a very troubling way, deadly way, is where I'm going to start. Murders. We have been watching the murder stats closely. And what we have noticed is a pattern now where murders are down consistently for the last several months at between 15 and 18-20%. We're into the final quarter of the year, and it is maintaining that steady reduction. Murders are now down 18% since the start of the year and when compared to last year. According to the Constabulary Force, 879 people have been murdered in Jamaica between January 1 and October 5. And that's 197 fewer than the corresponding period last year. But I'm reminded by a discussion we had with Professor Clayton at the University of the West Indies. And he said an 18% reduction is not to be dismissed, because it means that we killed, or almost 200 fewer people died through murders, which is a start. It could be 200 more. But then he said, the rate at which we kill people in Jamaica, more than 1,000 a year for a population of 3 million, just under 3 million. Nothing short of a reduction in the order of about 80-90% will get us to a place where Jamaicans begin to feel comfortable or relaxed, or the fear of murder will decline. We need a reduction in the range of about 80-90%. And at 18% we are far off. We can take a little solace in the fact that it's not increasing. Here's more from Ruby and Williams.
St. James continues to record the most murders in any police division with 105 homicides as at October 5. That figure is still lower when compared to what the division recorded for the corresponding period last year with 149 people killed. St. James is followed by Westmoreland, which had 79 murders. The St. Andrew South Division recorded 22 fewer murders for the period with a total of 76 homicides. St. Catherine North saw 67 people murdered for the period. St. Catherine South recorded 65. The parish of Manchester has seen an increase in homicides, with 42 people killed compared to 30 for the corresponding period last year. Trelawney, St. Elizabeth, East Kingston, St. Andrew Central, and St. Andrew North have also recorded increases. On the other hand, Portland continues to record the least number of murders with 8. Meanwhile, shootings have declined by nearly 7%, coming in at 797 as at October 5. That's 55 fewer incidents than the number recorded for the similar period last year. Other major crimes such as rapes, robberies, and break-ins continue to decline. Roby Ann Williams for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Roby. The other bit of news coming out of yesterday is the fact that unemployment in Jamaica continues to fall. The figures as at April compared to the initial rate recorded under statin, it's now down to 4.2%. 4.2%. That's a decrease of 1.2 percentage points, down from 5.4 recorded in January. Yeah, according to the latest data from Statin, as of April 2024, there were 62,800 unemployed persons in Jamaica, based on how we define employment and unemployment. Most of those unemployed, 58.1%, were females, not necessarily women, females. Yeah, that's a rate of 5.3% compared to an unemployment rate of 3.3% for males. Yes, there were also 29,500 unemployed youth or young people between 15 and 24 years old. That makes a rate of 14.8%. Of that number, 15,100 or 51.4% were males. Yeah. Statin also told us a little more. It says across the country, where do you think is the lowest unemployment rate in the country? It says the lowest unemployment rate in the country is in the Greater Kingston metropolitan area. And there, the Greater Kingston metropolitan area, it is at 3.1%. While unemployment rates in rural Jamaica, rural areas and other urban centers were at 4.9% or 4.8%. Yeah? So, we bring you up to speed on that. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
16 minutes after 10.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life, while we feel safe at night.
Why there? I can't pick Aki off of my tree. Are you planty? I know that. Come beat me. Be my Cheryl, come beat me. But she bra. I sweep up over here when the leaf them nasty up me yard. You know what? I cut the twist tongue.
Keela, Cheryl, how was that? Wanna stop the quarreling, no man? This no call for in our community. This no sound good, man.
Don't bother tell me nothing. You know see how Cheryl turn bad. Me pick 2 little aki off her tree off of the limb way hang down over my yard. And here she go talk about. She go cut down tree. And that me say, so what?
No bother with no quarrel. No fight. Cheryl, no cut down the tree. Uno live good no people. Uno a big man, you know. And uno a neighbor. The picnic them a friend too. We have to set the example for the picnic them. Live good. Me a beg uno. Do.
A true ya talking a good son. Take a look at Aki them Keela. Cause for real, the limb really hung over your yard. We are neighbor. Make we start live good.
Aye. I saw it figure man. Live good, me say.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life, while we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good. I better you and
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Mark your calendars! The biggest shopping experience of the year is back!
Get ready for the Jamaica Observers Take Style Out 2024, happening October 24 to 26.
It's your chance to shop and save with incredible deals from your favorite stores. You don't want to miss out on the unbeatable deals happening all across the island.
Shop till it drop from Kingston to Montego Bay and everywhere in between.
Powered by NCB, Multilink, Island Car Rentals, and Edge 105 FM.
Looking to add a touch of elegance to your room? The Lighting World by Fosrich is having a massive lighting blowout sale. Get your wall lamps, chandeliers, ceiling lamps, fans, and more at amazingly low prices. Sale begins Sunday, September 29 with up to 50% off selected items. It's the Fosrich Lighting Blowout Sale, September 29. Shop and save only at Fosrich. Open Sundays.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Cliff says what's on his mind. Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Turning to the stories in the Observer this morning that caught my eye. The lead story. The unwanted. Court forced to keep 6 mentally disordered inmates in prison after finding no entity or family willing to take them. A story written by Alicia Dunkley Willis. It says 6 mentally disordered prisoners detained for years at the Governor General's pleasure after being charged on separate indictments for criminal offences but were found unfit to plead will have to remain behind bars indefinitely after a court found last month that there was no assistance from any state or private institutions or any family members to take them in. The 6 who were represented by the Legal Aid Council and whose cases were heard between December 2022 and September this year are among 14 for whom the Council has filed applications before the courts, seeking a review of each applicant's detention and their potential release with or without conditions. The inmates on whose behalf separate applications were filed sought orders from the court for their terms of detention to be substituted to the convenience of the court in lieu of the Governor General, to be released unconditionally, or alternatively, that they be released on parole with condition. Yeah? So, here we are. 6 Jamaicans, and I suspect there are more, because of their mental ill health. Yeah? They have to spend more time, indefinite time, in our penal institutions. And if you are not aware, if you have been living under a rock, you must be aware. Unless you have been living under a rock, you must be aware that conditions in Jamaican prisons are hell. Hell holes. Yes? You don't want to be spending a day, much less years, in Jamaican prisons. And here we have these men, because of their lack of mental health, yeah, will have to spend more time, years, in prison. And then the other story related to it, in a way, in the Observer this morning, $14 million of false imprisonment. Court rules in favor of man held in custody for 3 years after sloppy police investigation. Sloppy police investigation. And not only sloppy police investigation, but the prosecutors, who it took 3 years and more to realize that really the evidence was simply not here to mount a viable prosecution against Mr. Charles Montague, the man who was freed by the Circuit Court in 2017, 7 years ago, after spending 3 years behind bars for crimes he did not commit. The judge awarded him just over $14 million in damages. Yeah? Mr. Montague in 2020 sued the government of Jamaica and the arresting officer at the center of the matter for false imprisonment and malicious prosecution. The judge, Andrea Thomas, in ruling in Montague's favor on September 19, ordered that he be awarded special damages totaling $450,000, general damages for false imprisonment of $6.8 million, and damages for malicious prosecution to include aggravated damages of almost $7.5 million, totaling $14.3 million. You know? And the judge says, in assessing the evidence, she found that the claimant has proven that the 2 cops at the center of the case, in setting in motion the prosecution for the offense of murder, robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition, had no reasonable and probable cause to do so. What a wicked act. Quoting the judge, as such, I find them both liable for malicious prosecution, considering the fact that in so doing, they were employees of the state, acting in the course of their duties. I find that the second defendant, the Attorney General, is vicariously liable. And the reporting of the Observer goes on to detail how Mr. Montague was unjustly treated by the Jamaican state. Yeah? In part it says, based on the claim against Mr. Montague, the surviving female witness involved, who was allegedly robbed and her counterpart murdered, described her assailant twice in her witness statement dated October 3, 2014, as being very tall and about 6 feet 3 inches. Another witness described the assailant as being about 6 feet 2 to 3 inches tall or more. The document also said the then corporal said, based on the information he had received, he was in search of a man who walked with a limp. But listen to this. Montague however, the document says, is 5 feet 8 inches tall, has absolutely no physical impediments or challenges, and has never walked with a limp throughout his life, nor on the days in question when he was arrested, or when it is alleged that an assailant murdered him and robbed. We have too many of these, you know. Far too many. In every system you're going to have errors being made. Yes? But we have too many. Because of sloppy police work, sometimes malicious police work, and you take away people's freedom and liberty. The other story in the Observer this morning, I haven't seen it or heard it anywhere else, including here, is from the former Speaker of the House and former Member of Parliament for South Trelawney, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert. And according to the Observer this morning, she is hinting at returning to represent Trelawney Southern. Well, we have been sharing that with you. We have been telling you that that is our information, that Marissa ain't done. Well, according to the Observer this morning, in her first appearance on a political stage since her resignation as House Speaker and Member of Parliament for Trelawney Southern, a little over 1 year ago, Marissa Mamadi Dalrymple Philibert has declared her unflinching devotion and support for the people in the constituency. She said on the platform, tonight, quote, I want to say to my family in South Trelawney, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I say to you tonight, you can hold me to my word. My word will always be my bond. What it means, however, only the future holds. But I will never turn my back on you. I continue to lean on God's guidance on my way forward in this political journey. But be assured that nothing will stop me from always being there for my family in South Trelawney, said Mamadi. I just want to say family has always been my foundation, and family comes first. Family is everything to me, so tonight I want to say sincerely, and I want you to listen so you hear. Don't interpret, just listen to what I'm saying, she added. Yeah? And she goes on to say that the people of South Trelawney have held my hand. Them not leave me. I'm not here this evening as a Member of Parliament, but I stand proudly as part of that constituency and the person who leads a charge in South Trelawney. I am not the Member of Parliament, but I proudly lead the charge for that constituency. And so this evening, I use this opportunity to thank the people of South for their continued and overwhelming support of my leadership. The people of South Trelawney have been good and loyal to me for 17 years. They have stood with me in good times and bad times. They have been with me when we had plenty. They have been with me when we had little. And so I must express my love for them and my care for them. When I sat in Parliament, I enjoyed a good relationship with my parliamentary colleagues. But in South Trelawney, what I've gained is family and true friendship. Wow. And she continues, I say to all of Jamaica, whosoever will may come. But I'm saying with confidence that South Trelawney will remain safely in the winning column of the Jamaica Labour Party. And I leave it just like that. Because I tell you, when we circle each other in South Trelawney, you can't get better than us. She added that her attendance at the conference was in support of JLP leader Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Trelawney Northern MP Tova Hamilton, and Dunstan Harper, Councillor for the Sherwood Content Division. So, she pretty much confirming that she'll be back. She'll be back. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
At the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we are committed to the values of care, compassion, excellence in service, integrity, teamwork, and innovation as we work to safeguard the health of our nation. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
10:32.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice, beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Want to start investing in stocks but don't know how? Then the JMMB Income and Growth Fund could fit your future best with returns that outperform inflation and tax-free advantages. Visit jm.jmmb.com to get started with as little as $5,000. Conditions apply.
Cliff says what's on his mind. Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were...
There's a matter that surfaced yesterday, and we addressed it in our cover story. The matter of a video making the rounds. And in the video, it names and identifies several journalists and also shows their images. They can be readily identified by the images used, accusing them of several things: dangerous, damaging, defamatory accusations, and essentially saying that they are working as journalists at the RJR Gleaner Group, as propagandists, proponents of the opposition PNP. You know, I sympathize and strongly condemn the contents of that video for several reasons. The most important being, you're putting the lives of those journalists at serious risk. When you create such a content that shows the faces, the names, and accuse them of the things you accuse them of, you're putting an open target on their backs. And as someone who has had to endure for several years now, many years now, that kind of attack, I wouldn't want it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. It is dangerous, and I would say we need to stop it. We need to stop it. When you, for example, label we here JLPFM and label them PNP Gleaner, PNP RJR, you know what we're into? And you know, it's interesting because time time is the master of us all. It's not easy to have, everywhere you turn, security behind you, especially when it comes to a political season of a general election or security. It's not easy. And they said today for me, tomorrow for you. Same knife or stick, sheep, stick, goat. We must stop it. We mustn't do it. So I take no pleasure in seeing what is being directed at my colleagues at the Gleaner or at Linders Road. It is dangerous, but we must be consistent. When the leader of the PNP, Mr. Mark Golding, attacked certain JLP media, aligned media, we heard no statement. When some of you invariably go at us about being JLP-FM, it's dangerous then as it is now. We must not continue to do it or to encourage it. And you know, when our premises were shut up, one of those now on the receiving end made a tweet and post, which I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to repeat it. But I hope we all learn from this. We're going into a very intense period of political campaigning. Emotions are going to run high. Some people feel that they have their lives on the line. But we can get through it without setting up each other for physical harm. Stop it. Now, what is facing the people of Florida this morning? You've been hearing about Hurricane Milton, and it is now being described as one of the most powerful storms on Earth for several decades. And I saw this video this morning of Florida's most experienced meteorologist, John Morales of NBC News. He's the longest tenured TV meteorologist in South Florida. And he broke down on live television yesterday, overnight, when he was doing the forecast of what is in store for Western Florida. I'm going to share that video with you.
It's just an incredible hurricane. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific. Maximum sustained winds are 160 miles per hour, and it is just gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico, where you can imagine the winds. I mean, the seas are just so incredibly hot. Record hot, as you might imagine. You know what's driving that. I don't need to tell you. Global warming, climate change, leading to this and becoming an increasing threat for the Yucatan, including Mérida and Progreso and other areas there. Let's see if I can show you the latest. There's the Cat 5 information. Winds 160 miles per hour, moving east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. And On that track, you're going to notice that this system is going to come very, very close to the Yucatan, and the dirty side of this hurricane, folks, is on the right-hand side of its progress. So therefore, they're going to get the dirty side there. These communities, many of them, as you might imagine, many folks, in that area have just the very basics, nothing else but that. So it's going to be very tough. Now let's transition to Florida because even though it is expected to weaken on approach, it is so incredibly strong right now that you're going to find it very difficult for it to be nothing less than a major hurricane when it makes landfall in Florida.
That is John Morales of NBC News yesterday telling the people of Florida, what is likely to hit them come sometime tomorrow afternoon into the night. Yes? And several evacuation orders have been issued for several parts of Florida, and a lot of people are taking the notices seriously. If you are watching us on Nationwide 90 FM live on our YouTube channel, you'll see literally thousands of vehicles heading north out of Sarasota area of Florida. Since they have been told evacuate now. The mayor of one of the cities there, I saw her this morning on television. She's in Tampa, and the mayor said, listen, if you choose to stay in Tampa, you're gonna die. You don't get any more starker warning than that. If you stay in Tampa, if you don't leave, by the time Milton makes landfall tomorrow, you're gonna die. And that is the reality, because this storm is so powerful. It has been downgraded now to I don't want to use the word downgraded. It has weakened just slightly to a category 4. But it is powerful, and it is powerful to the point where they're talking about catastrophic damages that can be done. Damage, not damages, damage, can be done. And there's, in the midst of all of this, I wanted to cue up the video that shows people the impact on a house when you have a category 1 system versus a category 2, 3, 4, or 5. And this is important for us, and that is why, I try to, inform you. The impact of hurricanes. We live in a hurricane zone. Now listen to this. When you speak about category 1 versus category 2, what it means.
Let me show you. Let's start off with a category 1 storm. And the damage here, not too bad. A couple of shingles fall off, you can have some palm fronds bending in the wind, but everything basically remains intact. Category 2, that's where you really start to feel it. Look at the windows of the house. They can be hit from debris from the outside and already start breaking in a category 2. Your trees are significantly bent over in the wind, and the siding of the house itself can break, flapping there in the wind, adding to those eerie noises inside. Category 3. I've heard only a Category 3, but it's not only anything except really bad news. In a Category 3, you can have the door of the house blown in because the winds get so strong. You can have the roof of the house start to flap up and down in the wind because it can lift off those weak points, and a lot of those trees start to fall. Category 4, the damage is even worse. You get most trees falling, most of your windows breaking, most of your shingles fly away, and then Cat 5 is as high as the category scale goes. By Cat 5, no shingles remain anywhere nearby. The holes in the roof get so big that the walls of the house start to fall because they're not attached to anything anymore. There won't be any trees up in the neighborhood. That's just catastrophic damage. But again, that's just from the wind. And there are other impacts from hurricanes, and they all vary through the season. So stick with the Weather Channel to keep you safe when the tropics head towards your neck of the woods.
So, there it is. Yeah, when you speak of a Category 5, deadly. And we are seeing Milton bear down on Florida exactly 28 days before the U.S. presidential elections. And the politicians can't resist politicizing the disaster and the relief efforts. And part of the story is how the Republican candidate Donald Trump is spreading lies, disinformation about the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA's response. But last evening into this morning, word emerged that the Vice President and the Democratic presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, yes, called the governor of Florida to offer help. And he didn't take her calls. He didn't. Let's listen.
Governor DeSantis, NBC is reporting Governor DeSantis is ignoring your calls on hurricanes, resources, and help. How does that hurt the situation here?
You know, moments of crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader says they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. People are in desperate need of support right now, and playing political games with this moment in these crisis situations, these are the height of emergency situations, is just utterly irresponsible, and it is selfish, and it is about political gamesmanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first.
Yeah, can't resist the politics, eh? But what continues to befuddle me is why Trump lies the way he does. Constantly, unnecessarily. He's a unique one. He's special. Anyway, time for the break. After the break, your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Resolve your conflict peacefully with restorative justice. Call 876-906-4923. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
11 minutes to 11.
Live exquisite this year with new arrival black and chrome fixtures for your home at Unique Living. Select from a wide variety of rain shower systems, fabulous faucets, and stylish sinks to suit your kitchen and bathrooms. Get uncompromised quality and style unique to you. Shop everything new at Unique Living, Jamaica's leading shower and faucets provider. Visit shop number 630 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-755-3661 to 2.
Want great rates for buying or selling foreign currency? JMMB Bank has you covered. Buy or sell FX at any JMMB Bank branch or online conveniently and securely. Visit jm.jmnb.com for rates and start getting the right rate right now with JMMB Bank, an authorized dealer. Conditions apply.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock, I was strong as I could be. Like a rock, nothing ever got to me. Like a rock, I was something to see. Like a rock, and I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes.
8 minutes going up to 11. Corel is our first call of the morning. Good morning, Corel.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How you do?
I'm alive. How are you?
Well, you keep me off the program. I wanted to speak to you the very day you had Senator Crawford on.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted to ask him a question. But this is Corel Davis, the counsel for the Mount Industry Division in the greatest and the most hard-working member of Parliament, Kerencia Morrison's constituency.
Of Northeast St. Catherine.
Northeast St. Catherine.
Councillor Corel Davis.
Of the Mount Industry Division. And Cliff, I heard you this morning.
Yes.
And while I sympathized with what is taking place as it relates to media practitioners and journalists, I also want to just say to some of your colleagues that they are to be very careful when they are carrying out their duties. They are to do so with due diligence. It should not be done on a partisan or appear to be done partisan. And I make reference to two protests that the PNP would have organized in the constituency of Kerencia Morrison, Northeast St. Catherine. One would have been in Riversdale, and the other was not really in the Geisel division. But the journalist who carried it said that it was Geisel, when in truth and in fact, the taxi operators protest in Newark, along the Newark main road, leading to Geisel and Cliff. Newark's main road falls in Northwest St. Catherine. And that's the road they were demonstrating about. But the fact of the matter is that the Geisel taxi operators traverse that stretch of road.
Mm-hmm.
But the journalist who carried it never made that stipulation.
Mm-hmm.
He carried it with the notion that it was Geisel. And Mr. Hughes, with the greatest of respect, I'm just saying that when you have journalists and media practitioners out there, I'm just asking them, do your work professionally. I have no what you'd call it, I don't care, because listen me, you're a resident and a citizen of Jamaica, and if you choose to support a particular party, that's your business. That's not my business. You have a right. It's your constitutional right. But when you're performing your duties, do so professionally. In Riversdale, when the protest was being carried out, and I'm just showing you talk about we preparing for a general election.
Mm-hmm.
They moved their protest from their constituency office and they took it to the member of parliament constituency office, because in my estimation what they were trying to do is to provoke the persons, the employees that were there. And the journalist was there.
That work where?
At Kerencia Morrison's constituency office.
So
they took their protest. They were in the square of Riversdale. 15 to 20 of them. That the journalist says scores of protesters. And they walk.
So you're saying that the taxi operators were not from Northeast St. Catherine?
That's a different one now, Cliff.
Well, that what?
That's a different one now, One was in Riversdale.
Uh-huh.
One was in Newark.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm saying to you that people depend on journalists and media practitioners to give the news.
Yes.
They must give them credible news.
Yes.
Credible news. And not political news. That's all I am saying.
But let me ask you, why you believe the journalist was being deliberately political as against reporting fairly accurately?
Right, let me say this to you. Because, listen, I am not watching anything. I am at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. And when these journalists come there on a second Thursday, because they will be there Thursday coming, and I am wondering why there is nobody from Nationwide at the St. Catherine Municipal monthly meeting. They do not carry what is being said by the Jamaica Labour Party councillors. The news is only carried of what the mayor, Councillor Norman Scott, or his colleagues from the PNP would say. Right? And I have watched this. I am at the municipality 7 months now. And I have watched it. It is clear. And it is the same journalist who you will find whenever the PNP organized anything in Northeast St. Catherine. That is the same journalist who is always in the constituency / the various divisions. But let me say this to you.
Hold on for me, Councillor. We're up on a break. Hold on.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hughes Den Pharmacy is
11 o'clock.
Register for one of the premier events of the Chartered Accountants Week 2024, the ICAJ Business Conference. That's right, the conference is set for October 10, 2024 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel and online. This year's theme, Reimagining the Future, Integrity, Innovation and Impact, will provide business and accounting professionals with modern strategies for today's economy. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for key discussions, insightful information on the role of AI in accounting and more. The broadcast will also feature exclusive interviews and a wealth of knowledge that will showcase ICAJ's leadership in shaping the future of accounting and finance in Jamaica. So, tune in to Cliff Hughes Online for this revolutionary experience on October 10 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The ICAJ Business Conference is back. Catch all the action at the Jamaica Pegasus online or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Jamaica.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps.
We're talking with the council of the Mount Industry Division of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation in Northeast St. Catherine, Councillor Carol Davis, and she is talking about media coverage and what she is alleging bias by a reporter who covers the affairs of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Yes, Councillor.
Yes, Mr. Hughes. So, I'm just saying that while I can understand you calling out on us this morning to be responsible, I beg of you to call on your colleagues that when they're out there carrying out their duties and responsibilities, that they too should be very responsible
and fair
in how they carry out their duties. Because, as I said before, Jamaica and the world depends on journalists to give them accurate information, not misleading information.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes, let me say this to you, sir. Terencia Morrison is a first-time member of parliament. She is now going into her fourth year. And there is no other member of parliament in Northeast St. Catherine who has rehabilitated roads more than her. And we must be fair. We must be fair. I can tell you, I can speak to you from the Mount Industry Division. Parish council roads, because Mr. Hughes, to be honest with you, councillor allocation can barely patch a road. Barely. And so you would rely and depend on your member of parliament to give you assistance. Terencia Morrison, fix Caledonia Parish Council Road. Millions of dollars she spent.
Where she got it from?
She would have used what she would do. If she get a 30 million, what she do? She rewrote it to help out in the parish council road, because the truth is that, Mr. Hughes, in Mount Industry Division, 90% of the roads are parish council roads, 90% of the roads are parish council roads. Right? And so, she, while traversing these parish council roads, she would realize that they are in horrible condition. So when an opponent is going to talk about 40 years, they don't know the history of Northeast St. Catherine. Because they would recall that Mrs. Mitchell was a 1.5 term member of parliament there, so she would fall in the 40 years. Right? So don't come around trying to spread propaganda on the member of parliament when you don't know what is happening. I am telling you, the Marisol Parochial Road, couple of weeks ago, I traversed it with officers from NWA because of the breakaway in O'Mealy. The member of parliament sat with me, the councillor, and we would devise a plan, because I said to her, if it is we can't get the breakaway to be fixed, then we have to give the people an alternative route. And Marisol Road is the alternative route, which I know will be fixed in short order, properly fixed in short order. And that would be recommendation from the member of parliament.
Okay.
Right? And just to tell you several other things.
Well, I listening to you, Councillor. And I will. I take your point, because I take your point about the need for us to report accurately and fairly, and not allow partisan politics to intrude on our work and our reporting. That goes without saying. I will just say this though, that sometimes people make errors, and from where you sit, you may not see it as an error. You may see it as something otherwise. But I do know, that sometimes we do make errors in newsrooms all over the world.
Right.
And especially in our very politically tribalized small island state. Yeah? That is not seen as an error, but it is seen as deliberate. At the same time, there are some reporting that you may very well be on solid ground on saying that it is partisan. Yeah? So I understand. Yeah? What I will also say to you, Councillor, it is not helpful when we attack journalists in a way, not being critical of their work, because we dish out criticism, so we must take criticism. Yeah? Where I think we cross the line is when you say things that set up journalists, to be physically attacked and to be shot at or to be beaten.
No.
Yes?
I don't.
That is where we need to be very unanimous on and united on that we're not going down that road. Yes?
I agree with you, Mr. Hughes. I just want to say to Jamaica and the wider part of the constituency, I have a missing person in my division since last week, Saturday. And I'm telling you, it is weighing down on me. And also, I can tell you on the Member of Parliament as well. I know the Member of Parliament she converses with the police every morning to see, where the investigation is at and how it is progressing. But I can tell you, Cliff, we are at this stage. I'm telling you, I got up this morning and I do it not breakfast yet. Because when you have a missing person for this long, anything at all can happen. And I just want to reach out to the residents of...
Can you tell us a little bit about the missing person? So if anyone...
Cassava River.
Where?
In Glengulf, Cassava River, the little district of Girls Town in Cassava River.
Yes.
And she is Lisa Gay Cobray. And she has been missing from last week, Saturday. And we're just calling on all the residents to come together and to see how best.
How old you say she is?
Lisa Gay, she's about, she's in her 20s.
A young woman.
She is, we just want, her mother is Sonia. Sonia Beverly.
Where was she last seen?
She was last seen in the community
of
Glengulf.
Wearing what?
Cassava River.
What was she wearing when she was last seen?
We have not. We did not get those information, but she was.
Give me a description of her physically.
She is about. Lisa Gay is about 5 feet. She's of dark complexion. She is not slim, but and she's not fat. Medium built.
Yes.
Medium built.
Okay. So you want people, if you last see or know of where she may be, tell the police.
Call the police.
Yeah.
They can call the Member of Parliament. They can call myself, and let us see how we can ramp up.
All right. Thank you very much, Councillor. All the best.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 12 minutes after 11. Simon, good morning.
Good morning, Cliff.
Good morning.
First of all, I didn't want to say anything on this topic, but I'm going to say, with your opening remarks and things like that about the media and what the politician must not do, I don't think this is clearly another attack on my friend, because the fact of the life is that she was speaking deliberately about some persons who come to the council, and people are going to know who come to the council, and their friends and foes can attack them in those kind of ways. So I think it should not be accepted anyhow. But that is that. I really want to talk on emancipation, on what the private sector has said in that regard. And I look up for the meaning of emancipation. Okay. And what I saw, right, is, I will read just a section of what I saw. To free from restraint, control of any power, especially to free from bondage. And when you listen to that aspect of what the meaning is, it's telling me that we still have people who believe that we should not be free from these bondage and all of that. Because I cannot understand how persons who said to be bright, who said to be leaders, could have looked back on Emancipation Day and an Independence Day of a nation and want to change that for any reason at all. And when I say any, I mean any reason at all. When you look back at Emancipation Day and the reason for emancipation and where we are coming from, with the millions of lives that have been captured, tormented, killed, destroyed, destruct, and have done enormous things that those colonialistic masters have done to our forefathers. And to have a day that is set out for that purpose, how could some people come to say they are not gaining successes, achieving financial gains because of that day or those 2 days or 3 days that one might be saying we are going to celebrate, used to celebrate. Celebrating emancipation is not about money. It's not about achieving what we are achieving now. It is about the achieving from slavery and free our grandfathers and forefathers so that we can be here today like this, free in this country and many other parts of the world that have been free to emancipation. And I'm saying I am hurt. I'm very, very hurt when people say they're right and they come out and trying to find a way to say stay together and it is better. It's not about what is better. It's about the fight of Emancipation Day and Independence Day.
You have made your point, Simon. Not going to take you on that one this morning. Thank you, sir. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
The mission of the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs includes revising Jamaica's legal and constitutional infrastructure and accelerating the pace of reform. The time by the MLCA is
16 minutes after 11.
There is a spark in each of us that ignites to serve you, and that's why we go above and beyond in our pursuit for service excellence. Join the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service on Wednesday, October 9, 2024 at the AC Hotel from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the At Your Service Expo. Admission is free. Come out in your numbers and experience customer service like never before. Visit over 20 booths, information sessions with the Ministry's divisions, departments, and agencies, live broadcasts, gifts, and more. Hosted by yours truly, Debbie Bissoon. Don't miss it. At Your Service Expo, Wednesday, October 9, 2024 at the AC Hotel. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, driven by service excellence. Visit www.mof.gov.jm for further details.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady.
18 minutes after 11. Dell. Good morning, Miss Dell.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you?
I am good, you know.
Okay. Yes, thanks.
Yes.
You know that you are good.
How are you?
Not so bad, so I'm going to hang it in there.
Very well.
Okay. Mr. Hughes was just saying, I don't know how the two parties going to make it out. Because they just keep on throwing word at each other. Throwing word at each other. Throwing word at each other. Throwing word at each other and doing this and that. That's what I be here, Mr. Hughes. We can't call election. Election can't happen.
It have to happen,
So
you know?
like bet now go on or something.
It have to happen, though. The election can't be put off beyond a certain time.
They just have throw word at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the PMP then just have go on like Mr. Trump tell some lie and talk something when I go so. And the other one try to declare themselves and they may declare themselves and they we just confused, Mr. Hughes, tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We just confused. Sometimes we not comfortable, we not feel comfortable staying in this country at all.
Yeah.
Then it's a one bad, Mr. Hughes. The tail and the bit and the back, it is not tall. Then it's a talk when you go so. Then it's a telephone line. No, they gone to poor journalists. Then gone to this, they attack this, they attack that. Then when somebody wants something, I say you go about it.
You shouldn't.
Mr. Hughes, not taking me. Let's say you don't want to go in there, go try it too for yourself. But man, behave yourself and wait till they come to you, man.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Hughes, I really believe that some of them people are really I consider that there is a God, you know. I don't think so. Because if they don't believe so and think so, they would not behave so.
Yeah.
I just power, and after power, all in the name of power. Why I don't understand Mr. Hughes, me confused, tell me the truth. Confused very bad. Confused because, you're walking, sometimes you're walking on the road and you're scared. You're scared.
Yes.
Even without a man, if there's something that used to happen down the Friday, you're just scared.
Yes. That was what? 2 people dead?
2 people
Gunmen?
dead could happen to anybody. Anybody.
In a Mandeville. Mandeville is usually a safe place.
Quiet place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I was to go to Mandeville Friday, my mind never give me to go. I just said, I'm not already going now.
I see it. I see you see it. You saw it coming.
I don't know, Mr. Hughes, but I never feel to go.
Uh-huh.
All my children, them calling because they know sometimes I go and do like 2-3 times a week. Mommy, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You understand?
Yeah.
Mr. Hughes, me confused. Confused, really confused. I know what upset me again, Mr. Hughes. Me wonder if the whether the PMP or JLP, MP, if they're not getting any money for like work and road and so on.
Them not
They don't
really.
get no money, Mr. Hughes.
Them not really get money for Guild Road except the average Christmas work, holiday buller work as they would call it, bushing and whatever. Then they have them the powers to figure out work for constituents. No, sir. No.
Okay, no.
Businesses have to provide them kind of work there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wonder, I said, boy, if so much MP in the country and like one parish supposed to have 4 also MP, then it means almost the 14 parish complain, say, what bad, this, no light, no this, no water, no that, no.
Mm-hmm.
You say you think you can do better?
Of course.
My God.
You're in South Manchester, Miss Dell.
Pardon, sir?
You're in South Manchester.
I'm in South Manchester, Mr. Chin, Robert Chin, for the constituency. Mr. Hughes, he not do nothing, you know?
He not do nothing?
Nothing. Me never know him. One time he see him. One time Mr. Hughes, me glimpse him.
Oh?
One time he not doing a thing, Mr. Hughes, nothing. All the burial passed through, I never bless my eyes upon that man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see me, don't hear nothing then.
So who running against him down there?
Somebody else, but I not even know his name either.
You don't know his name either? You don't see him either?
No, I don't know his name, Mr. Hughes. You know, so I'm not really fool on them. I'm interested in them because from the moment the road, but you're not trying to fix the road. You're not trying to help with water and nothing. Well, I mean, no, too sexy. It's no business.
Well, you want me to tell you who running against him?
Who running against him?
Peter Bunting.
Oh, Peter Bunting lucky. Peter Bunting lucky and I never get free vote.
You even to get your vote?
Never in this life. Never. If me not even have vote for them other one, me not vote for him neither.
Why, Miss Dell?
He may lose already, Mr. Hughes. May lose already. Where am I go run again for? You know, go sit down. Mr. Hughes, they go sit down. Some of them go sit down now, Mr. Hughes. Because some of them not do nothing. Because they may in there already and they do nothing. In there for so long and you don't do nothing. When you go back in there, what you going to do? Tell me. They must put you back to go do nothing again.
Oh.
No, sir. No, Mr. Hughes. But me not vote for you and not vote for nobody. I want to tell the Prime Minister, say, even though they might kill him and slaughter him, all you have to do, make sure, say, he's innocent. Make sure, say, he's not guilty of what they must say. Make sure, say, not guilty of what they must say. And if you're not guilty of what they must say, he stood up and holding grounds. And doing if you don't try to make MP them get something to do that thing can help their constituency or whatever it name. And help the people with them bad road and them water supply and those stuff. People don't feel care when water not coming a truck without use and rain not falling and no water to get. Eh? Huh?
Yes.
You have to get tank Mr. Hughes or black John set up on your house to get water and then something there. They should do better, man. They should do better. And some of the places that Mr. Hughes where you go and spend 1.5, 2, 3 hours in a tax office in a minister for your body place. And then there's something to cut out Mr. Hughes.
Miss Dell. Miss Dell?
Yes, sir.
May I listen to you?
Yes, sir.
And I want the Prime Minister listen to you.
Yes, sir. I want you to listen. I want you to listen and listen good.
I
want you to listen and if you get up. When the people them a call for him, like when Papa and Nana them did a call for him, they never come out. You see what happened? You see how near, how close. All right, make him say they don't get up and make you see him MP them go come out, go talk. When you talk English, you know, Mr. Hughes, sometimes you don't understand. You know,
no man, no worry about that. The chat the patois. I love when you chat the patois. If you get up.
See him MP them, get up off and then rump. But where them have to do talk about the achievement and what they get if you want hold maintaining grounds.
Yes.
You understand?
Them too relax.
Them too relax because they too comfortable and just say, boy, me not power ya man and then can get me out from it. They already have me round the steering so me can't do anything, then can get me out. And also I go. And also I go, you have to do what you got to do.
Right.
Until like how them attack say, you do this or you know that time with them I go to talk what you got to do too.
Right.
Me hear Mr. Gentleman, Rastaman, remember his name?
Awuda.
The other day.
Awuda. Crawford,
yes. When he on the platform, he sound different than when he in a studio or somewhere else.
He sound different?
He sound relaxed and comfortable. He don't sound aggressive.
Oh. And which one you prefer him sound like?
Well, me prefer him, you know.
You prefer him?
What you were going to say? Which one out of the two?
Him? No, on the platform or in a studio.
Oh, we prefer him in a studio.
Oh.
Because he sound relaxed. And you answer any question, he answer right, and he sound relaxed and comfortable. But why? When he go up on platform, boy, he can't do something to feel something. But we kind of like his reasons. We prefer him to Marky G.
You prefer Crawford to Marky G?
Yes, I can't take Marky G none at all.
Why you prefer Crawford to Marky G?
Prefer Marky J. For Marky J and I run well. Not Marky J. Crawford. He sound more comfortable and not sound so aggressive to that. Like he could have manage the country. Marky J can't manage no country too aggressive. And I try to talk Patu and work with him. If Patu not work with him, like I work with me. No, sir. Me like he waves and he's too aggressive. He must wait and pray and beg God to help him to win. He can't just go on and slander somebody to cut the throat to draw the man in a bad rock stone. He just had him and not drive in a bad rock stone, so on his side, on his back. But he don't like somebody to himself.
Oh.
But he don't like for yourself enough to give to somebody else. Yes, and I don't like my man there either.
Who that?
And it's Dr. Mandy, I don't like his attitude neither.
Who that?
Aggressive too much.
Who that?
Campbell.
Oh, Dayton.
Yeah, and too aggressive and you remember where he come from. He remember nothing about himself, but he know for somebody. I don't like the attitude, man. They must be themselves and take time wait. Might be some of them that him send them prayer night when them go out in bed. 2 they want wake up to go fight for tomorrow.
Boy.
If you do better, man.
Boy.
They just say them prayer, Mr. Hughes. So when it's a pray for the light, then it's a pray for the light, you want to go fight, you cuss people and call people. So when you're dead on the way. So go from the sickness, take care of you dead on the way. Where you gone? If you behave yourself, man, and tap to the band, so can you like somebody doing so? Behave yourself and wait and pray and beg God to make you win since you walk up with the honorable Marky G. Golding. Wait, man. And take time, wait a bit, your followers, they wait behind you. And my lady, she's very spoiled. She's a spoiled and pampered girl.
Who that?
The liar where they have over there.
The liar? Where they have over
What's
there?
her name again? Matley. Donna Scott.
Donna Scott Matley.
Donna Scott Matley, she's a spoiled and pampered girl.
Pampered?
Yeah, she's spoiled and pampered.
Oh?
Yes. She's spoiled and pampered.
So let me ask, back to your seat. South Manchester. You said Chinna do nothing?
Chinna do nothing.
Yes. But you not vote for Bunting?
No, sir.
So where you going to do? You going to stay in your yard?
Nah, vote, man.
Oh.
And sometimes when you hear some people say they nah vote, Mr. Hughes. And tomorrow election, they ain't gone vote still,
You're one of them there?
Well, me. It's like when you see that come down to the time, and you say, boy, you say me now go, but say me I go. If no violence now go on and them go peaceful and so you say me now going, but then I did you say, but maybe the one vote counts.
Yes.
But you get up and go on, but me not really vote for that man there. Me not vote for him. Then when they put him back, going on.
Hold on, Mr. Way, say you not vote for who?
Me not vote for Bunting, sir. Not Mr. Bunting.
Oh. I hear you. It sounds like you, although you're vexed with Chin, that you could be persuaded to vote for Labour again.
Me not vote for Chin, sir. Me not vote for Chin neither. Because Chin not do nothing neither. Chin not doing anything.
Yes.
Me don't know what Prime Minister going to do. Must go find somebody else in there, but that man not doing a thing.
Yes. But me say your party not do well in Manchester at all.
Well, if they feel like how me feel it, well, as far as going to be used. As far as going to because they not reach out them, and they're not reaching out and say, boy, I try to do this and I try to do that. They just sit down and you go the photo, so you're going to have it.
Yes.
And as far as you have to try to do what you got to do.
Yes. Well, Miss Dale, thanks for the call. I must keep in touch with me, you hear?
Yes, Mr. Hughes. Sometimes I can't get you, sometimes I try very hard and can't get you night and day.
Well, you hold on for a minute. No, you take Miss Dale number. I need to keep in touch with Miss Dale for hear what go on the growth in Manchester.
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Dale, take care.
Yes, sir. Take care, too.
Love you. Take care. Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
Get busy with a biz car, biz grow, biz boost. With a chain pump, biz down, you can't lose when you walk over all your business too.
JN Bank Small Business Loan.
Sample loan for you.
Helping you succeed is our business. Tell us your business and let's help you start it, grow it, or boost it. Borrow as low as $10,000 and up to 100 million Jamaican dollars. Enjoy flexible payment terms and affordable rates. Apply now. WhatsApp 876-295-1298. JN Bank. We'll help you find a way.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one.
Me too.
Mother's Bakery Buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.
I don't care who wants up on YouTube. I love callers like Miss Dale. Yes? Miss Dale talk it as it is. Yeah? Genuine, authentic. She not come here with no prepared script. And she tell me what's upon her mind. I love to hear from people like Miss Dale. Yeah? Them just talk it as they see it, as they have experienced it. Yeah? Because I think Miss Dale represents a significant slice of the electorate that is saying to the Prime Minister, get up. Yeah, she said, get up. Yeah? And go to the road. Get up and tell your MP them to get up and go do them work. That's the word to Andrew Holness from Miss Dale. Right now, she say, your man in South Manchester, she not vote for him because he not do nothing. Yeah? But she not vote for Bunting. Can lose already. Where am I go? Who's next? Zippy. Good morning.
Morning, Cliff. How are you?
Morning. I'm alive. How are you?
Boy, me there. Look here. There's a vlogger, whatever them call themselves, promoter in North America. Her platform is, it's a female, her platform is to make a politics.
Listen, me not really in the business of promoting the bloggers, you know. If you want to talk to me about something, me say talk to me. If you want to talk about she, you go and talk to she.
No, well, I'm not promoting her, you know. But she unless you saw an idea what I was.
You notice I don't speak about them. Okay, so not here, not interested in what them have to say.
Oh, okay, not even them talk about you.
Not even them talk about me. I am not interested.
But I was really wondering why you because you must have heard.
I don't pay them any mind.
I see.
You notice I don't speak about them.
No,
they speak about me.
Yes, and
who is the more important one? Good morning, sir. Not here.
I hear you.
Very well.
But Cliff, I would have thought though, because she made some very damaging.
No. They say the worst things about me, and I'm not interested. Thank you very much, sir. Good. 24 minutes going up to noon. Chris, good morning. Hello.
Morning to you, most honorable.
Good morning. How are you?
How art thou?
I am fine.
I noticed that you enjoy that caller there from South Manchester.
Yes, Miss Dell.
Miss Dell.
Miss Dell is the real McCoy.
But I can tell you though, you know, Miss Dell put her finger on the pulse of what is happening in a lot of constituencies. But one thing I will say to you though, I believe that the Prime Minister is well aware, and I also believe that the Prime Minister is taking steps to correct these things.
Oh?
I think so. But I have trust in the Prime Minister. I think he's going to take care of these little pain points that people are talking about in the various constituencies. But I come about a couple of things this morning, Cliff, and I want to take the latest one first. That video circulating, read members of the press, which, as you in your newscast would have stated, that it's a dangerous sort of, activity to put that sort of video out and labeling persons. But I'm getting a little old, so I'm relying on you to jog my memory.
But me older than you. Me older than you, so you gotta depend on me.
But you see, Cliff, you're seasoned, your brain is seasoned, mine is still marinating a little. There's about a year ago, members of the People's National Party stood on a platform and they likened Nationwide to an incubator.
Yes.
For the JLP.
Yes.
Am I using the correct word, sir?
Yes.
Was that the word they used? That
Dayton Campbell did so. Yes.
That Nationwide is an incubator for the JLP.
And set us up.
Yes.
And shortly after that, yes, a man rode up to our gate and fired several shots inside here.
Yes.
And one of those persons who now is the subject of this very, very dangerous post, yes, cast aspersions on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that incident. And I said, look at that.
But the question, I want you to help me to answer, Cliff. How long, if any, how long did it take the press association that time a press release activities?
I don't remember how long it took, but the press association and the media
General Secretary at the time.
The press association and the media association both issued statement condemning it.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. But but how long after the day it took for them to respond to that? And I mean, that's not either here.
I can't recall if they took a day or two or what. I don't recall.
Well, no, I just wanted to remind persons that what we saw in that video was not unique to persons attacking or aligning members of the media to the PNP, because they did the same thing with your news station and align you to the jail. Not the best thing to do when it is done on either side, right? And we condemn it.
Yeah.
The other issue I wanted to weigh in on, Cliff, is this conversation about the merging. Well, I wouldn't use the word merge, because there's nothing there to be merged. The connecting of the gap between the 1st of August and the 6th of August. The proposed closing of the gap. And it is surprising that so many intelligent people in this country is viewing this as disruptive or interfering with the established holiday period of independence and emancipation. I don't know how you see it, Cliff, but from where I sit, I think this is a plus. I think it would work well, not just for the business community, but for Jamaicans on a whole, both local and overseas. The problem, Cliff, it is the perfect message. It is the perfect and correct thing to do, but it's the incorrect messenger. The PSOJ should never be the one to carry this line. This should be something championed by the electorate, by the elected officials. They are the ones who should be presenting this to people, because make no mistake about it, Jamaicans, and let me not say broad brush anybody, but a majority of Jamaicans see the PSOJ, see businesses and owners of corporations as being oppressors.
Yes, yes.
So there's nothing much that the PSOJ can tell people that they will like it unless they give them a razor pay or put some money in a brown envelope and give them. That's the only time the PSOJ is viewed in a positive light.
Unfortunately, but that is a reality.
That is true, Cliff.
That is the reality, yes.
They shouldn't be the one to champion this. It's a very good idea.
Mhm.
It's a great idea, especially for persons in the diaspora. Can you imagine what this would do for tourism? And I think even though persons, and I've listened to the Jamaican for Justice lady, and I've listened to Dr. Vereen Shepherd, right? I listened to their commentary on it, and it surprised me because they are looking at it as disrupting these days. And it is far from that. It is enhancing these days. It is actually utilizing these days to benefit Jamaica. Right? Can you imagine a week-long celebration in Jamaica, what it does for the economy? And again, it comes back to the hidden word, a word that has been hidden from the average Jamaican for many, many years. The word economy. The word economy years ago, Cliff, only big shot people and people of a Terry Garden used to be allowed to use the word economy because we were never taught how important an economy is. And even with this proposed linking of emancipation and independence, it's also something that will benefit the economy. And anything that benefits the economy in Jamaica, it benefits the average Jamaican. So I don't understand when you have people at a certain level, Cliff, who have a responsibility to explain how things work and how it impacts the common man, how they will use that position to misinform. Because I personally believe that the position taken by Dr. Vereen Shepherd and the lady from Jamaican for Justice and many others, I believe that their position is off. It is wrong. I don't see where, especially Cliff, when they mention that we are disrupting these days, I would love for them to explain to me how connecting the 6th of August to the 1st of August, how does that equate to disrupting those days?
I should probably invite you and one or two of them to come here and to debate it.
Please, sir, I would love to, because I know...
You hear that, Nora?
I know the Brink, I'd love to ask them these questions. Just pardon me, explain to me, how did this become a negative clip? We have gone on a road in this country where some of the most positive things and beneficial things to this country, we have morphed it into political arguments and arguments that really doesn't make sense. And sometimes we water it down where it becomes ineffective.
Thank you, Chris.
Right?
We're up on the break.
No problem, sir.
Thank you very much. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right.
Furnitureland at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furnitureland is...
Comments time, 11:45.
Are you ready to own your car in 2024? Then EduCom has got a deal for you. 100% financing for motor vehicles up to 3 years old, no upfront processing fees. Special discounts by select dealers, including $100,000 towards insurance premiums and cashback of $250,000. Conditions apply. Hurry down to EduCom.ca. Call us at 876-926-6973 for more info. EduCom Cooperative Credit Union Limited, providing value to service.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes, the Emmy Award-winning journalist. I've been following you around from then, but it's the first time calling.
Welcome. What took you so long?
I tell you, each time I call, I cannot get through.
Oh.
But I have two quick points because I don't want to waste any much time.
Yes, go
First
ahead.
one, I agree with the gentleman about the who spoke last. And I think the media has a role to play in educating persons about this matter.
Yes.
Because yesterday evening, I was watching the Vox Pop on TVJ, and the question was asked, what do you think about merging the holidays? Of course, persons they just go off and said, no, they want to take away the days and all that. So without putting an extended explanation in the question, persons just assume that a day is going to be taken away. So the media has a role in that. The next point I'm going to make, Mr. Hughes, at the last CMP conference, the mayor from Mandeville, Mr. Mitchell, he was on stage and he said he was giving kudos to a certain Don from that area. I don't know if I can call it.
No, please.
Yeah,
I don't know if the man being a Don.
Right, a certain from that area who came out of retirement to help him to win the division. So in my mind, I'm thinking, what does he mean by that? What did he help him to do? What is happening down there in Mandeville now? Are they starting to help already to win the general election? And that is just those 2 points I would like to make.
Well, I don't know about they, who you're speaking of. They who?
No, the mayor, Mr. Mitchell, he was on the PNP platform. So he said he was happy and giving kudos to that Don for coming out
Did
of
he call him a
retirement.
Don?
Yes, when he called his name, he said...
No. You are calling him a Don. A Don in Jamaica is not a good
it's not
description.
good. No, it's just a part of the name, that he used. And if you go back to the tape, it was said publicly.
Yes, that is why I am cautioning you, because I don't know if the man is a Don.
I didn't say it, sir. Mr. Mitchell said it.
No, but you come here and say it here.
Okay, all right.
Which makes
but
me liable.
Any name, so let me leave that alone.
Yes.
Yeah, let me leave that alone.
I don't know that, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's what he said. So I'm just...
But I will say this though. At the end of the day, when that time comes, yes, it is for the people of Manchester, the voters of Manchester, and the voters of Jamaica.
That's true. That's the bottom line.
To take all things into consideration and decide who they're going to support.
So true. Because there are persons who actually vote on issues and vote on performance. Just like doing a KPI or an appraisal.
Yep.
So an appraisal will be done and persons vote accordingly.
Yep.
Because the thing is, when you will find that when someone do not have a tangible thing to look at, then they create something. So it's for us to look at, do our appraisal and take our action accordingly.
Right.
But quickly now, the next thing though is there are so many positives happening in this country, Mr. Hughes, and very few journalists go out there and highlight them. That's why I love Nation. I told you I've been watching for your Emmy Award winning. So you must know I stuck with you.
That's from
and
2003.
Even when you messed up, I messed up with you too and Dixon Fenowat.
That is from 2003,
Long
so
you're far.
Yes.
And I'm a senior citizen now. I'm 73. So I'm
what?
From far. Yes.
You don't sound like that, I do.
You have a lot of senior followers, trust me, because we know quality. We know substance over hype.
Okay, if you say it that way, I'll accept that.
So basically, when a journalist would leave all the way to Westmoreland, Twilight, Bad Road, and they drive on the pretty new road, them, and they never stop and say something good about what is happening here. Look at the road, look at the scenery. Oh, I saved hours or how many times to get to West when I would have to go that. Highlight the positives, man. Nothing wrong is showing up things that need to be done, but highlight the positive, because when persons come from abroad who have not come home from a long time and look at Jamaica, they usually say, oh, they don't tell us this, and they start to big us up more than even our own.
Yeah.
So those are my 3 points, and I hope when I call next time, I'll get you. All right?
I hope so.
I want to defeat the people, you know?
And thank you very much for calling.
Quality over quantity.
Love that. Love that.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
so
Rebecca.
Take care of yourself.
Take care. Good. Yes. I tell you. The YouTube chat platform is busy. Yeah? A lot of people here. I can't read all of these comments. Yeah? I can tell you, we have here Brick Road. Chris is correct. Miss Sunshine. Michelle Foster says, leave the days as they are. Patrick Godfrey, you're calling people sellout. Massa Mark Lackey, dying with laugh. Earl Granville is here saying PSOJ give the people some raise at the best celebration that. Howard Irving says, Annie, you cuddle with, I don't know. Nick Nicholson, leave our history alone. Delroy Walker, Chris, would you want your birthday to be changed? Dane Maida is when we start celebrating Emancipation Day in Jamaica. Yeah. Annie Smith, Howard Irving, LOL. Lovely point chop, says Herbert Hines. Yeah. And you have Bogues merchandise. Donnie B is also here. Huh? Samantha Gordon, Mark Marshall, Mark Greenswood, Linda Ming, Rambo to the Mango. Yes. Dear. Marsha Bunny. Yeah, who's next? David, morning.
Morning, Mr. Hughes. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Yes, I'm giving God thanks, you know.
Good.
You know, for our next day. You know, every day you wake up is our next thing.
Yes, sir.
I want to touch on some quick points. One of them, I want to tell you that in a community, if a Dan or somebody with high influence is response for that community, that's the way that seat is going to swing. Because if you go help from a way that that person influence, then it's going to cause problem. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand very well.
Right. Next thing, I don't think that when person are trying to, these persons know that are on the TikTok and the social media, none of them listen radio, you know, so they knowing what is going on out there. It's just hearsay. If the news, they hear something from somebody and they put it up on TikTok and it passes on. None of them have the facts. And I want to tell you that you know that the negative will always
sell more.
So it don't matter if the government will come out and try to say we are doing this or we are doing that. People have eyes to see. Right? People have eyes to see what is going on. And the way the government is busy to try and fix. Because remember, you know, the opposition can just speak. They can just talk. Because the best player of the domino game is the spectator.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's the best player. So when the government have to try to be fixing the game, fixing the table, organize, make sure that there is no violence around the domino game, the spectators on the side can't say anything. If anything, he can just walk away and go because no one will hold the spectator accountable at that time. Am I right?
Yes, true.
So, even what is going on with the Prime Minister, sometimes I look at the situation and I said, you know, I'm a man of faith. And when I look at the situation, many times when I'm trying to encourage some people, they ask if there is a God.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have been praying for some things to happen over a period of time, and then when they look, it's not coming through for them.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people lose faith along the way. But they don't remember that this good scripture said, wait on the Lord, be of good courage. But he did not just say that. He said, wait. I said, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And once you're doing something good, you are the one. I listen nationwide in my car. I travel with a radio to work on my phone. I have 2 radios at home, one in my bedroom, one on the veranda. And listen, everyone of them is a nationwide. My kids growing up, I don't influence them to vote for PNP in our labor right.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell them to do your research. Do your research for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of persons I speak to a lot of persons because I work various places. And when you speak to some people, they don't have a clue what is going on, but because their father and their mother...
I have to leave you. I have to leave you. It's time for the midday news.
Thank you, Cliff.
Call me back. Yes. That's how we're going to leave it for the morning session. We're going to make way now for the world at noon with Tonna Thomas. We'll be back at 12:30.
My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Tune in to our program live from our YouTube channel, Nationwide 90 FM. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our content. And we're also on WhatsApp at 876-285-5693.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
12 o'clock.
The News at Noon teasers are brought to you by Educom Cooperative Credit Union, providing value through service.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good afternoon to you. I'm Tonna Thomas. Coming up in the Nationwide World at Noon for this afternoon, Tuesday, October 8, 2024. TAJ says a text messaging glitch in reverse income tax credit application has been fixed. MSME Alliance says more spending on human resources needed to further reduce Jamaica's unemployment rate. And the Small Business Association advocates for broader state support for employable women hindered by care responsibilities. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says India provides roadmap for use of digital technology. In regional news, World Food Programme says an increasing number of people in the Caribbean are struggling to meet their food needs. In international news, hundreds evacuating Florida as Hurricane Milton surges forward.
And in sports, Mount Pleasant, Cavalier and Mobay United were big winners in Ray Nephew Premier League on Monday night. The details after the break.
The news at noon teasers were brought to you by Educom Cooperative Credit Union, providing value through service.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Now to the details. Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ is advising eligible taxpayers applying for the reverse income tax credit that the short messaging service SMS notification issue has now been resolved. This comes after multiple complaints about glitches with the SMS verification component of the application process. The reverse income tax credit will see Jamaicans who earn less than $3 million per year receiving a one-time $20,000 cash payment this fiscal year. The application period opened on September 30 and will close on December 2. President of the MSME Alliance, Donovan Wignall, says expending more on human capital is necessary to further reduce Jamaica's unemployment rate. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica on Monday announced that the unemployment rate had fallen as of April compared to the initial rate recorded by the entity in January under its new system. Norgay Banton reports.
Jamaica's unemployment rate stood at 4.2% as at April 2024. In January 2024, it was 5.4%. Wignall says to further reduce the figure, more resources should be spent on human capital.
A great program that was announced the other day was when the government said free training at Heart NTA, which I think is absolutely good. The qualification level was lowered for people to, so the barriers to entry into that particular institution was lowered. And the barrier of cost was removed. So really and truly, there's no excuse now for people to sit down and saying that, they can't afford to go to school, to get trained, to become qualified, to get a job. So the most important thing, I think, now to impact the numbers as far as qualified persons are concerned, trained persons, employable persons are concerned, is to provide training like we're doing with Heart NTA and other places. And when we get the population to the point where we have more employable people, I think the numbers will be significantly impacted.
For his part, Chairman of the Wisinco Group, William Mafood, noted that the current unemployment rate reflects a greater demand for workers in several industries, to include tourism and business process outsourcing.
It is not, as I said, it's not surprising. The economy has been growing, and as a result of that growth, we're seeing more job creation through various industries. There's all these hotel rooms that are being built. There's a lot of investments taking place in manufacturing. We have a lot of investments in BPO and call centers. So those required, all of them require a certain level of skilled employee, and so there's a tremendous amount of demand for those employees.
But Mr. Mafood is also raising concern about the number of skilled Jamaicans leaving the nation's shores each year. He cited as an example the number of truck drivers departing Wisinco.
But the reality is that we see every day or every month, we see maybe 40, 50, 60 people leaving the company because either migrating, especially the highly technical people. Last year we had an exodus on truck drivers and forklift drivers migrating to Canada and the United States. So those certain skill sets that are in high demand, not only in Jamaica, but also internationally, those people have, it's almost like they're a commodity that is highly desirable, and that's where we're seeing the challenges.
Norgay Banton for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Vice President of the Small Business Association of Jamaica, Denise Williams, is advocating for broader state support for employable women who are unable to work due to care responsibilities. Statin says in April 2024, there were 62,800 unemployed persons in the country. Most of those unemployed, 58.1%, were females.
mothers who have autistic children, children with Down syndrome, children with cerebral palsy, children with sickle cell, and they simply have no support. And so they have to sacrifice their career. And this also speaks to productivity. Donovan had brought up productivity in the beginning. If the environment has changed, there was once a survey that 1 in 4 working adults in Jamaica have a child with special needs. And there's, of course, an aging population, so there's also elder care as an issue. So if caretaking, which mostly is done by women, is not addressed, we will continue to see the higher rate of unemployment in women.
Denise Williams, the Vice President of the Small Business Association of Jamaica. A recent Caribbean Policy Research Institute (CAPRI) report recommended that the state subsidize the cost of care responsibilities for working and job-seeking parents. It says the state could issue vouchers to working and job-seeking parents for use at registered and regulated daycare and nursing care facilities. CAPRI says the intervention would be a move to ensure those impacted can spend more hours working and contributing to productivity. Prime Minister Andrew Holness skirted questions concerning the ongoing conflict in the Middle East during a recent interview with the Indian press. The Prime Minister was on an official visit to India last week. As he wrapped up his visit, he sat down with Executive Director of Indian Media House New Delhi Television Limited, Vishnu Som.
You've seen what the situation in West Asia is. There appear to be so many differences right now and a real worry that that entire war can sort of spiral out of control. Could you share your concerns on this situation?
Jamaica is a strong believer in multilateralism, particularly as a small island state. We wouldn't be able to survive without a multilateral system that is built upon the pursuit of peace and respecting the sovereign borders of nations, and indeed the fraternity and humanity of living in a world where everyone can be respected.
October 7 marked 1 year since Hamas reportedly carried out mass killings and abductions in southern Israel. Israel has retaliated, sparking the latest round of hostility between the two forces. The ongoing conflict has resulted in the deaths of more than 42,000 people, predominantly Palestinians. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Holness says he's in agreement that the United Nations Security Council needs to be reformed to include India as one of its members.
Prime Minister, India has believed that there needs to be a profound reform of the United Nations Security Council. It needs to reflect different and changed realities. How has Jamaica been a consistent and constant partner of India?
Jamaica has declared its support for India's candidates in the Security Council in the next go-around. And we support the position that there needs to be reform that takes into account the new realities of global politics.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Holness has recognized India for the way it has incorporated the use of digital technology in the society. He says the technology has benefited all income levels, particularly the poorest income bands.
India has essentially created the roadmap for developing countries in the global south, to enter into the world of digitalization, to create digital societies. Now, the perspective of a digital society may seem to be beneficial only to certain elements of the society. It may seem as if it's technology to support the rich or to support the middle class. But if you look at India's use of the technology, I think the people who would have benefited the most would be the poorest in the society, because it has facilitated seamless, effective and efficient cash transfers to equalize the society.
Prime Minister Holness says the lesson from India is that digital technology can help lift people out of poverty.
By virtue of using digital technology, we are now able to effectively target and include the poor elements of society. And therefore, the lesson from India is that technology can be used to lift people out of poverty. And one of the reasons why I'm here is to strike up a strong partnership with India to get access to your digital public infrastructure, in particular your universal payment infrastructure.
Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister. With the data showing that the Jamaica Constabulary Force has charged over 400 individuals for cybercrimes for the period 2016 to 2023, Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake says cybersecurity is an increasing threat for developing countries like Jamaica. Dr. Blake was speaking Monday at the Regional Law Enforcement Leaders Cybersecurity Symposium at the AC Marriott Hotel in Kingston.
Cybersecurity, once considered a problem for advanced economies, has become an urgent priority for small island developing states like ours. Whether in Jamaica, Bermuda, Barbados, or any other country within the Caribbean, we are under siege from cyber criminals who seek to exploit our vulnerabilities. Yet, despite the uniqueness of each of our situations, we share a common bond. We are all at risk, and therefore, we must all be a part of the solution.
Dr. Blake says while the disparity in resources compared to more developed countries is glaring, Caribbean nations have been relying on resourcefulness and regional collaboration.
As law enforcement leaders in the Caribbean, we confront the same international threats as our counterparts in larger nations, but we face them with far fewer resources. The disparities in infrastructure, manpower, and technology cannot be ignored, but neither can we ignore the strengths that we bring to the table. Our agility, our deep understanding of our communities, and our resilience in the face of adversity. In the international arena, the war against cybercrime is fought with massive budgets, advanced technologies, and highly specialized teams. Yet here in the Caribbean, we fight the same war with different weapons, resourcefulness, regional collaboration, and an unyielding spirit. We are small, but we are strong, and that strength is amplified when we work together.
Dr. Kevin Blake, Commissioner of Police. In regional and international, the World Food Programme, WFP, is again raising concern that an increasing number of people in the Caribbean are struggling to meet their food needs. The concerns were raised at CARICOM Week of Agriculture 2024 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Monday. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Representative and Country Director of the World Food Programme Caribbean Multi-Country Office, Brian Bogart, reported a 37 percentage point increase in the number of people reporting increased food prices between 2020 and 2024.
Since the onset of the pandemic, the cost of food has risen consistently, with 96% of respondents in the 2024 Caribbean Food Security and Livelihood Survey reporting increased food prices, a steep increase from the 59% reported in 2020. Approximately 3 million people across the Caribbean are currently classified as food insecure.
The data was first published in WFP's Caribbean Food Security and Livelihoods Survey in May 2024. But Bogart says the impact of natural hazards such as hurricanes is compounding the problem and driving prices further upward.
The widespread devastation wrought on the nations of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and Jamaica by Hurricane Beryl serves as a stark reminder of the existential threat posed by climate change and its future impacts on the people of the Caribbean. The destruction of homes and infrastructure, combined with the severe impact on livelihoods of farming and fishing communities, has also translated into disruptions to local food supply chains and higher food prices for consumers, many of whom are already coping with the consequences of historic increases in global food prices.
Brian Bogart, Representative and Country Director for the WFP Caribbean Multi-Country Office. Hurricane Beryl impacted several Caribbean countries between July 1 to 3. It battered Jamaica's south coast on July 3, causing severe damage to farming communities across a number of parishes, especially the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth, as well as Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Thomas. In international, the Associated Press is reporting that huge lines of traffic can be seen in Tampa, Florida, as residents try to flee ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Milton. Elsewhere, people have been boarding up homes and businesses, and a shelter has been set up at a baseball stadium. Milton, a Category 4 hurricane, is due to make landfall on Wednesday. It is currently packing winds of up to 250 kilometers per hour. Florida's emergencies chief warned that storm surges are not survivable in some areas. The hurricane is set to hit the state less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene, which caused widespread devastation in the U.S. southeast, killed at least 225 people. President Joe Biden warns the storm could be the worst to hit Florida in a century. He urged those in the storm's path to evacuate immediately. And that's it for the news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. We almost always have it.
Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:17.
Total Tools Rental and Electrical Supplies is Jamaica's one-stop shop for tools and equipment rental, sales, repair, service, transportation, and parts. They almost always have it. If they don't, they will source it. Check out their pickup and delivery service and their equipment with operator for hire service. Visit their Ocherius or Crossroads branch. Follow them on social media. Call or WhatsApp 876-834-5300.
We a big deal when we touch ground. Yeah, I can see when we're pulling up. Anything for the taste what we love. Barbecue, spicy and original, flavorful, crispy, irresistible. 3 piece with the fries and a Pepsi. Go get your one big deal, stop stress me. All when we dip on the toilet, no left feet. It's a big deal.
Anything for the taste of a juicy, crunchy, irresistible KFC, big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries and Pepsi. KFC, it's finger licking good.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news. This is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. Former champions Montego Bay United beat another ex-champion Arnett Gardens 1-0 in the late game of the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League doubleheader in Montego Bay last night. Owain Gordon got the winner with an exquisite first-half finish to take Mobay United to second in the standings after a 1-0 victory over the Arnett Gardens team. In the night's first game, Mount Pleasant Academy moved into fourth after easily dismissing Racing United 4-0. Defending champions Cavalier are leaders of the league thanks to a come-from-behind 4-1 win over Dunby Holden at Sabina Park earlier in the day. They're enjoying a lead by 3 points. Cavalier. National striker Romario Williams says he's honored to once again receive a call-up for the national senior men's football team. Williams, who is hoping to receive his 21st Reggae Boys cap, is a part of the 23-man squad for the CONCACAF Nations League against Nicaragua on Thursday in Managua and against Honduras on October 14. That's next Monday at the National Stadium.
It's always a joy. It's always an honor to be selected to be a part of the group. Whenever you're called in to represent a country at a high level, especially in competitive games, when there's something at stake and there's something that you're playing for, it makes it, that much more important, that much more special. So it's always humbling, and it's never one that, you take for granted.
Williams, who has picked up a Gold Cup silver and the Nation League's bronze playing with the Reggae Boys, says he's hungry for more accolades.
Definitely. I mean, until your last day, until you can't, play anymore at a high level, I think you're always going to want more, and that's the nature that I have, to keep going, never settling for where I'm at or, what I have, you always want more. And obviously with, so much major tournaments on the horizon, next year is the Gold Cup, the Nations League in March again, and obviously next month, depending on the results of these games. And then when you think about, the World Cup, there's just so much at stake, so much to play for over the next coming days. And, we have a good group, as I said, new coaching staff, and we all know what the mission is.
That's Romario Williams. Spain World Cup winner Andres Iniesta has retired from playing football at the age of 40. Iniesta is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in history, thanks in part to the midfield partnerships he formed with Xavi Hernandez and Sergio Busquets for Spain and Barcelona. He earned 131 caps for Spain, scoring the winning goal in the 2010 FIFA World Cup final against the Netherlands in South Africa, and he won the European Championships in 2008 and 2012. Speaking at an event in Barcelona, a visibly emotional Iniesta said he planned to go into coaching. Iniesta spent the majority of his 22-year career at FC Barcelona after graduating from the club's La Masia Academy. He made his senior debut in 2002 and went on to win 29 honors, including 9 La Liga titles and 4 Champions League crowns. One of his most memorable goals was a spectacular stoppage time equalizer to knock Chelsea out of the 2009 Champions League semi-finals, with Barcelona going on to beat Manchester United in that memorable final at Wembley. In 2018, Iniesta joined Japanese side Vissel Kobe before moving to the United Arab Emirates in 2023 to play for UAE Pro League side Emirates. He was runner-up in the 2010 Ballon d'Or and included in the FIFA FIFPro World 11 for 9 successive years between 2009 and 2017. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest have been charged by the English Football Association for failing to control their players after a mass confrontation during Sunday's Premier League game at Stamford Bridge. However, no action will be taken against Nicholas Jackson after the Chelsea forward appeared to slap Forest's Morato as players from both sides clashed towards the end of the game, which ended 1-1. Tempers flared after Forest's Nico Williams had appeared to push defender Marco Cucurella off the pitch. The incident involving Jackson and Morato was reviewed by the video assistant referee VAR at the time. It's alleged that both clubs failed to ensure their players didn't behave in an improper and or provocative way around the 88th minute. Both clubs have until Thursday to respond to the charge. Manchester City has accused the English Premier League of being, quote, misleading over the verdict in its landmark legal case on rules over commercial deals. City has written to top-flight clubs criticizing the league's summary of the case verdict, saying it contains, quote, several inaccuracies. The letter to the 19 clubs and the league, seen by the BBC, was sent by City's General Counsel Simon Cliff on Monday. Both sides have claimed the victory after the decision of an arbitration panel was published on Monday following a legal challenge by City against the league's associated party transaction APT rules. City, who are owned by the Abu Dhabi-backed City Football Group, had some complaints upheld, with 2 aspects of the APT rules deemed unlawful by a tribunal. They have claimed their legal action had succeeded. The International Cricket Council ICC has congratulated Richie Richardson for reaching the landmark of 50 test matches as a match referee. He achieved this after taking the field for the ongoing first test, England against Pakistan, being played in Multan. Richardson, who captained West Indies in his playing days, has been a member of the ICC panel of elite match referees since 2016. The 62-year-old has also officiated in 99 men's ODIs, 99 men's T20 international, 8 women's ODI and 15 women's T20s since taking his international debut or making his international debut in 2016. Richardson said, quote, "It's an honor to be officiating my 50th men's test match. I have enjoyed doing this job in different parts of the world and in all 3 formats of the game," end quote. Richardson scored 5,944 runs in 86 tests, hitting 16 centuries and 27 50s. He also amassed 6,248 runs in 224 ODIs, 5 centuries and 44 half-centuries during an impressive international career running from 1983 to 1996. Jamaica's race car driver Alex Powell, his Mercedes AMG F1 Team Junior, claimed his first European F4 victory in one of the most exciting races of the year at the famed Temple of Speed Autodrome Nazionale di Monza in Monza, Italy on Sunday 9th on the grid. For the first race of the weekend, Powell had a blistering start, which saw him move up 4 positions on lap 1 before the first of several safety car appearances paused the racing. In a race with multiple incidents and restarts, Powell was consistently sharp for every start. After a three-way battle, he executed a breathtaking pass for the race lead before a final incident brought out the safety car again, with Powell crossing the line first as the race finished. In addition to the outright race win, Powell also secured first among rookie drivers, claiming the two top trophies in the race. Driving for Prima Racing, Powell helped earn the team title for the 2024 Euro 4 Championships, and he'll be in action again later this month, also in Monza. By the way, he's been living in Monza now for the last 5 years, so he knows the place well and he knows the racetrack as well. World Athletics was named Elite Organization of the Year at the BBC Green Sports Awards in London in recognition of its ambitious initiatives to encourage and demonstrate action on environmental and climate change issues over the past year. Launched in 2022, the annual awards celebrate individuals and organizations from across the world who are actively contributing to a more sustainable future through their sporting profile and practices. World Athletics was credited for several initiatives, including the implementation of its Athletics for a Better World standard, a system that evaluates an event's environmental, social, and local economic impacts and benefits that have been incorporated into the event bidding and licensing process. The Champions for a Better World program, which provides platforms for athletes to speak out on their environmental and social concerns, was also noted for its impact since it was established in 2022. And that will do it for your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Sports is going to be back on this station at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Register for one of the premier events of the Chartered Accountants Week 2024, the ICAJ Business Conference. That's right, the conference is set for October 10, 2024 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel and online. This year's theme, Reimagining the Future, Integrity, Innovation and Impact, will provide business and accounting professionals with modern strategies for today's economy. Tune in to Cliff Hughes online on Nationwide 90 FM from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for key discussions, insightful information on the role of AI in accounting and more. The broadcast will also feature exclusive interviews and a wealth of knowledge that will showcase ICAJ's leadership in shaping the future of accounting and finance in Jamaica. So, tune in to Cliff Hughes online for this revolutionary experience on October 10 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The ICAJ Business Conference is back. Catch all the action at the Jamaica Pegasus online or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Jamaica.
To recap our top stories making the nationwide world at noon, TAJ says a text messaging glitch in reverse income tax credit application has been fixed. MSME Alliance says more spending on human resources needed to further reduce Jamaica's unemployment rate. And Small Business Association advocates for broader state support for employable women hindered by care responsibilities. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says India provides a roadmap for use of digital technology. I'm Tona Thomas. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app, available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5.
Since 2016, 156,000 more Jamaicans are working. This is more than any other time in our history. Your government is caring for you. The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
12:30.
No matter how happy couples are together, sometimes there are plenty of pleasures they can't enjoy together. And there's an agreement that Joe can provide a place and peace of mind that Tom can't make happen. I mean, suppose your partner likes to eat out a lot and you're a homebody. Maybe you'll allow him to link his female foodie friend, What if you're vegan and your partner likes to eat meat? Maybe you'll allow her to link her jerk chicken man sometimes. It might sound crazy to some, but there are couples who allow their partners to step out and find fun and frolic elsewhere. Well, I know. Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic, if we said open, that mean not closed. What kind of relationship that?
I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl.
Affairs of the Heart is brought to you by Supermed Pharmacy. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Attention all data protection enthusiasts. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM every Tuesday at 8:20 a.m. and Thursday at 8:25 a.m. for a new program, Data Protection Matters. Starting June 4, 2024, join us as we delve into crucial topics that will keep you informed and compliant. Data Protection Matters is hosted by Chuck Cameron, founder of Design Privacy, your trusted partner in data protection. Don't miss out. That's every Tuesday morning at 8:20 and every Thursday at 8:25 a.m. Stay protected, stay informed with Nationwide 90 FM and Design Privacy.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM.
Is that really clip you started?
Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Benjamin. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Was Click News really talking like that?
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
How certain are you that you're taking proper care of your pets? How often do you take them to the vet? Just as we need annual checkups with our doctors, most pets need regular checkups too. Owning and caring for a family pet doesn't have to be a difficult or burdensome experience. Nationwide 90 FM has an exciting feature called Pets World that will help you take better care of your pets. Join Nationwide 90 FM every Wednesday at 6:50 a.m. during the program This Morning as we take you into the do's and don'ts of caring for your pets. That's Pets World every Wednesday at 6:50 a.m. during the program This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Timeline with the Stinger, Honey Bee.
Good afternoon. It's 12:35 and it's all about what's trending on the timeline, and she's back.
Hi, good afternoon to you. Why you going why are you acting like this? Don't you see Hurricane Milton is about to make landfall in Florida and wash from people that we care about? Huh? I'm so sorry I wasn't here. Okay, I wasn't feeling well.
All right.
No, it's true. What do you want me to do? You want me to come?
Come to your work.
And lay on the floor?
Nope.
Would you like me to do timeline on the floor?
Nope. Right here.
I needed to rest a little and, medicate and stuff. How was your weekend?
Very well without you.
Well, I mean, I'm happy since I'm never there. Well, let's dive in. You must have heard about, the passing of Cissy Houston.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. The Grammy-winning mother of the late Whitney Houston. Her daughter-in-law said in a statement Monday, and she was 91 years old. Now, it saddens my heart to announce the passing of my beloved queen, Cissy Houston. Please keep the Houston family in your prayers, Pat Houston wrote on Instagram. Born Emily Drinkard. What a last name.
Drinkard.
Yes, Drinkard. Not drunkard, Drinkard. Born Emily Drinkard, Cissy Houston sang soul and gospel, boasting a successful backup career for the likes of Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, and Dionne Warwick, including as part of the popular group The Sweet Inspirations. Along with being Whitney Houston's mother, she was the aunt of singers Dionne Warwick and Dee Dee Warwick. A popular session singer, Cissy Houston recorded hundreds of songs across the genres, with her vocals included on tracks by stars from Jimi Hendrix to Beyoncé. As a gospel soloist, she nabbed Grammys for the albums Face to Face and He Leadeth Me in the late 1990s. We have a compilation throwback here with Cissy and her late daughter, Whitney.
I want to try something new here. I'm going to separate the nothings. Sopranos first, and then nothing. Altos, nothing, nothing. Tenors, okay? I'm going to separate it.
Julia,
right?
we've always done it like this. Why all of a sudden are you changing?
Well, Mrs. Havergal, we're going to do it a little different tonight. Is that all right with you? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. And let nothing separate you from His love. What do you think, Mrs. Havergal?
Acceptable.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Put on the
And you against the world. Sometimes it feels like me and you. Almighty God, the everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, you are wonderful. But I must turn on till the Lord comes to carry me away.
Beautiful, beautiful voice. Rest in peace, Cissy Houston.
And another one of those who really started in the church.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So many artists start right there in church on the choir, and transitioning. And it's just such a beautiful thing, as we see, that's definitely where Whitney started with her mom. And, her mom did live a full life, despite, Whitney passing away so
91.
early. 91. Can you imagine? It's a lot of years now. She would have seen so many changes.
Almost a century.
Oh, boy. Now, it was a sterling vibe at the Gospel Music Awards. Saturday night it was, and it was the 8th annual Sterling Gospel Awards. It was held at the Emmanuel Apostolic Church on Slipe Road in Kingston. Now, we had quite a few winners. Singer Jai Kingston was the night's biggest winner, taking home 4 awards from 6 nominations. He won Collaboration of the Year for No Hanky Panky, featuring Radic, Male Artist of the Year, Local Hit Producer, and Local Hit for No Hanky Panky. Now, former Magnum top performer, second place finisher Prince Saj, the vocal group Humble, John Mark Wigan, and Petra Kay also received multiple nominations. Each took home 1 trophy. Now, some of the other winners include Audia Spence Brown, Breakout Sensation of the Year, Samuel Midas, Caribbean Artist of the Year, DJ Rebirth, DJ of the Year, Ava Gay Blair Black, Gospel Personality of the Year, and the Genesis Most Rated Event. Now, members of the vocal group Humble, they were ecstatic about their win for Group of the Year. Now, Gospel DJ Gotti Gotti, Chevelle Franklin, Junior Tucker, as well as the ensembles Birthright, Portmore Vision, Gospel Choir, Catalyst Crew, and Perpetual Sounds of Praise were all honored with the KFC Big Deal Award for Excellence and for their years of contribution to the gospel fraternity. Late broadcaster and pastor Reverend Vivian V.B. Burke was posthumously honored with the Sterling Award for Excellence. A contrast to last year's black and white dress code, this year's event embraced a vintage glam twist, whisking attendees back to the Regency era, inspired by the ever-popular Bridgerton series. Have you ever seen Bridgerton?
Yes.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
No, you don't like it. You don't like it.
I'm not into the...
You're not into period pieces? No, I mean, that's perfectly fine. Why do I sound like that? Because I love period pieces. What genre do you like in terms of film or series?
Spy.
Historical. Ooh, okay.
Biographies.
Biographies are very good. I love biographies too. I see. So it seems like you like some little suspense thrillers, things like that.
Not thrillers, but more informative.
Informative.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we have some highlights of the glam from the Bridgerton era, Regency era. All right. Okay, let's throw to it.
When the praise I stand.
I'd like to be here, shout out to all the nominees and my friends, Pastor. Just say this quickly. I remember when the choir started and I went for audition.
There's been so many times when I didn't have a dime.
You never have nothing.
I tell nobody but my Lord,
Jesus and Lord.
my Savior, he's my plea. Came and see about me.
Right on here.
He's my all in all. When you push me down, Jesus picks me up. Stand by my side when you go.
Walk on. In the morning. I'm gonna let down Jesus know.
Now go let down Jesus know.
I'm gonna let down Jesus know.
Now go let down Jesus know.
Don't lead, bend down low, mama.
Now go let down Jesus know.
Keep on, I told papa.
Now go let down Jesus know.
I say, I'm gonna let down Jesus know.
Now go let down Jesus know.
Hey, I'm gonna let down Jesus know.
Now go let down Jesus know.
Don't lead, bend down low, mama.
Now go let down Jesus know.
Keep on, I told papa.
Now go let down Jesus know.
And it's about a controversy between me and the enemy. The Messiah take me out of captivity. They got the power and the authority. We conquered it. Well, I remember when I used to be sick. Looking at me house, you think a pharmacy. Look on me strong, if it's on me healthy. I got a look good, they give me the bit. I got a complete cleansing. Oh my Lord, it was not just hands and feet. Oh no, not only my hands, Lord, not only my feet.
All right, so those are some of the beautiful outfits from the Gospel Sterling Awards. Bridgerton inspired the Regency era.
It's clear.
Yeah, they look good. They really, I think they did such a good job, and they came out. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's one of my favorite periods.
Yeah.
Just saying. Obviously, it wouldn't be safe for me, to be around during those times. Because, I mean, obviously during that time, people like me were being enslaved in the West. It would be fine if I were in Africa, in my homeland. But if I wanted to, be overclothed and fussy in the heat, then it probably wouldn't work at all.
No.
They'd probably be like, where is she going? Capture that one. All right, moving on. Now, Butcher's Barrel set to open today. I don't know if you've heard of Butcher's Barrel.
Butcher's Barrel.
Butcher's Barrel, yes. Jamaican sprinter Johan Blake. That's his restaurant.
I
Yes,
heard about it.
yes. Now he shared that they will be proceeding with the opening of his restaurant, the Butcher's Barrel,
They'll
today,
beat Milton.
Tuesday.
They'll get in ahead of Milton.
Yeah, and if because even though it started raining in parts of Florida already, people are still out and grabbing groceries, doing last minute shopping. Some people, I just spoke to a friend of mine in Florida, and him saying I'm not like him restaurant because people in America don't cook. I said, but easy. So I'm saying, okay, so while Milton is outside with the rain and the wind, you're gonna be at your
But he's not in the path of Milton.
I would say so.
Oh, where in Florida?
He's in West Palm.
No, they're basically out.
Would you say so? Because I mean, it's
they're going to get
possible-
out of bands in terms of the rain, but they're not really going to be.
I mean, the eye
serious
probably
danger.
won't pass over
No,
it, but
they
I
won't
still
be.
think that's pretty dangerous.
They'll get some rain.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because they're like, listen, people in Florida don't cook.
Oh.
And if they don't cook, when the hurricane now blow, if they don't
Them
cook,
want them food.
them want them food when the hurricane now blow even more.
Makes sense.
So
if you're in West Palm Beach, then you're
fine.
You should be okay.
Yeah, so they're saying that as soon as the hurricane passes, they would have finished the cooking, put out the sound boxes, so people are gonna come out for them food.
Oh.
I don't know. Listen, the industry is different there.
So the Butcher's Barrel, where is it?
Butcher's Barrel is in Oakland Park, Florida.
Where's Oakland Park?
Oakland, I think, is near to Fort Lauderdale, somewhere there.
Oh, okay.
And you would kind of say that's sort of on the Autobahn stool, correct?
And south of the projected path.
The project, because I know it's more passing over Tampa.
Yeah, to the northwest.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lakeland going over that side.
Mhm.
Yeah. My gosh.
So, Mr.
Yeah, so Mr. Blake is like, listen, he's going ahead with his opening today, and we have a clip of it here. Nora, do you have it ready? All right, let's
Mm-hmm.
go to it.
Come on down on October the 8th and celebrate with me. Wherever you are, if you can fly come, fly come. You don't want to miss it. A lot of nice stuff going to be there. I know we all will eat everything. So, October the 8th, Butcher's Bar, Oakland Park, Fort Lauderdale.
So what is it?
Well, it's a restaurant.
Oh,
and
fine dining?
Yeah, it appears so.
Oh.
I wouldn't say extreme fine dining. Perhaps about mid thereabout.
Mhm.
But obviously you can enjoy a nice bottle of something and
Mhm.
get your steak and things like that. But I mean, you hear all the beginning of the video, Windy.
Milton, you know your mind.
No, but why did the present it so strong? I don't know. We'll be right back.
Celebrate with the winning spirit, Ray Rum. The time by Ray and Nephew White Overproof Rum is
12:48.
So of course, big up to Johan. I saw him the other morning at my gym. I was surprised to see him walk in, because I mean, I thought he, probably has like a private gym at his home. No, I was surprised. I was like, what is he doing here?
What?
I don't know.
The notions of
No, I know, right? Like we just think, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's just strange. I've never seen him there before.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, so before he made this post to his Instagram, he shared a previous post talking about some of the challenges he faced to the opening of the restaurant. He said, "It's been a journey full of challenges, but with hard work and determination, I'm proud to finally be launching my restaurant venture on October 8th. This wasn't easy, but nothing worth having ever is. I am inviting you to come out and dine with me. Let's celebrate this moment together with good food and good vibes. I can't wait to see you all there and share this experience with you." The Butcher's Barrel is one of the multiple business endeavors Blake is currently participating in, as the opening follows the launch of his water brand, Rivery, purified water. He's also the owner of the Johan Blake Rehab and Wellness Center, so doing very well for himself there.
Good,
right?
good.
Congratulations to you,
life
Blake.
after the track.
Don't it? You
Mhm.
business is the way to go. And I wish him all the success with his restaurant there. And as they say, people don't cook in a big fire. So, you know what I'm saying? People are definitely gonna be going out.
Eat.
They gotta eat. They gotta eat. And it's true. Well, to a great extent, I know my generation. I might cook once per week.
What?
Huh? So, because someone like you cook at all. Please. Let us not. You cook?
Yes.
You have a helper.
Yes, but I cook.
When?
Once a week or once a time.
That's what I said.
No, but you cook more than once a week.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Because I don't have a helper?
I don't know.
Well, I don't have a helper. But why do you cook only once? And why do you have a helper?
I have a lot of things to do. I go home late and I wake up early and have to get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's very convenient and
That's true. It's convenient.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have a housekeeper.
We need one too. We need one to keep us. I cook on a Sunday.
Oh.
Very rarely I make cooking a week.
So Sunday lasts you up until when?
Like sometimes Wednesday.
Oh.
Depending on how much I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally lasts me until Tuesday.
Okay.
But obviously if I have company, it won't last. It probably just lasts until Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not very.
He eats a lot.
I don't know. Would you like to ask him? Anyways. But when you're cooking for yourself, it's not much fun. Don't you find?
That's true.
Like when you're sharing, when you're cooking
for someone else has more fun, more excitement,
it's
more
encouraging,
more of an experience.
Yes. But you know you have to eat, so you gotta cook. You know what I'm saying?
So when you don't cook, you eat out.
Yes, when I don't cook, I'll grab something on my way home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Modern living.
Yeah, let me tell this boy, I'm telling you, people are cooking less. Listen, you'll have your stove.
You ever do a tally of the amount you spend
on groceries?
No, just buying, eating
Food?
out, or picking up something.
I should, but I know I don't spend a lot on groceries.
So you make it up on the other side of the budget.
Because it spoils, and I hate that. I hate having the stuff in my refrigerator. I don't snack. I'm not a snacker.
Oh. Why you don't snack?
I don't know. I used to fast intermittently, and it just kind of has left this discipline in me where I just have very tidy windows within which and where I eat.
Yeah.
I'll drink a lot of water, and I like coconut water, so I'll consume that a lot, but I don't snack.
That's good.
Yeah.
You have to take care of the body.
You do, because you know it's your mode of agency into your 40s or 50s. If you don't take care of it, you're not going to carry you through. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. True. So you really have to take care of yourself there. Yeah.
All right. So you need a chef, a personal chef.
A personal chef would be great. Nothing beats a home cooked meal.
Right.
Yeah, it's so good.
And a personal chef with other attributes. That's where we'll have to leave it this afternoon. I want to say thanks to Honeybee, thanks to our callers, our YouTubers, our WhatsAppers, and our tweeps, and of course our producer, Noragay Banton, and our technical operator, Kevin Williams. That's how we're going to leave it and make way now for Oasis with Lloyd Gale.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see.